now going. You are right now witnessing Godlike versus Elusivity Esports. The Godlike, the team which is known for his greatness in the BGMI, is right now stepping into the MOBA 5v5 scene. And they choose one of the best team currently in our MOBA 5v5 scene community scene, that is Sacred Shrine. The team which managed to give us all those thrills, all those wins, all those dominative walks, and those destroying kind of play style is right now getting the name of a big name of org, that is Godlike. So here we are entering into the draft phase for this game, and the story will still continue because they will stood as one.
Thunderbell. I think he's making Thunderbell now. Thunderbell or
Tarbo ay makon lo kanano PA do.
Nangi.
Yang ngo ay stream na makon hawra ba yung
It's Godlike going for the Khalid wrong. I mean,
Tarbo ay makon.
Yeah, nang stream na ito
game with this new name will be a change, or they will show the same dominance, same effectiveness in their playstyle.
Boys on. Ay, boys on. M. Learn how to talk by.
Ay dati ba ko.
Anong Discord kida? Nang nagpaba stream. Actually stream gi sound yam pi
Bị ta thì
Kay gi makon yam PA ba.
Yeah, moi gi ta da ya.
Moi gi ay late 30 ni thank you brother. Moi gi late kal ay rawa.
Le kalon moi ta da ya.
Moi gi ta do sen mo lo di moi gi.
Ta hi không biết ta ya.
Combined with the relic and the AOT combo, they are not going to be stopping it off. And Team Godlike, they need to make
Azay ni nang sakto like ay ni ma like ay Simon
they need to be able to be fighting off there against Team EV3 here. And yes, talking about it, Ash, we are all
Sa sen cái kỳ lộc khất giá đấy.
Godlike có này là cái gì nào cái gì
they do not want to let that joy light off, as well as maybe a
Lên lo sẽ lộc sân rồi ạ.
Yes, thì bị cô é. Adit lộc sân lẽ.
Rồi viên
Adit lâu rồi.
Ôi, dịp xe first game tàu này nè. Dịp xe.
Dịp cái counter like tao đó.
Dịp cái counter ấy rồi nè.
Dịp cái counter sẽ smell đam ngay cái jet tao mình được. Lapu nó cũng pro wow này pha có sản phẩm smell đá nó shield tao ngay liệt.
Lapu damage follow.
Hello chat. Hello brother. Dan Mung Boris Sungyo. Hello brother, welcome to the stream.
On to Senju, but let's see what will be happening. Because last time these two team clashes with each other, and you were correctly. Last went for 35 minutes, and it was EVT who the deal in the first game, and then the last two games. It was totally.
Cái Nova pick siya ning dito. Leading phase tayo nung ay niya do.
Wani. Nang kana burst of the smell da.
Ato na je. Enemy ting zao me mang thong me phan lại me tong no yao de.
Magi mies loi ben tore, Jujin ben tore, Lunok ben tore, Sarsa ben tore. Bro game kaya subuno ahamba game ni ko brother best of 3 goal like EVT ga adui mathang da su EVT ga mayam lai play mayam lai ying da se rembo. Danny ghosted me bhai. Okay. Nook. What is who is this Nook? Danny ghosted you for once.
Going for the Duroth EXP with an utility mage, that is the Novaria.
Palmon paisa la kota tega.
But it is more like
Ay kay pa ko. Ni ben to.
Sila ba mo di pa?
Why is Sule?
Kasi pero ano was hatori ni dito.
60% onto the draft.
Esmeralda ya.
40% onto the draft.
Yeah.
Onto the execution.
Why is this bad?
Padje.
Draft itu. Ya dia. No direct dia orang ni Ismail dah burst tu di mana ni.
Ya dia.
like he just has a little upper hand.
Go like na lai bra. Yang draft ya.
Yung ni draft yung. Mi siya ang lakat na di ka po di. Nate mi hero yam yam dia.
have completed
Ni
the
es fan
drop
de
on the
verdad.
side of Team
Bien,
EVT.
todo te lo viene
However,
lay,
with
lay,
the
lay, lay,
awesome
lay.
data
Ay, kay
usage
fighting
from
no
D-Dot,
country.
I mean, it does go well against the Esmeralda with her shield and
Last
her
second pick
P-Dot
Lagi,
specifically made for
data.
Esmeralda to be
Lay,
countered
lay,
ay,
got
on.
Mies,
fight.
However,
yani,
we still can't
yani
touch
hero
out right
yam
now with
le
the
na
side of Team
Tawar
EVT.
nay ra chứ có mà
They
nào cái
have a
chalo
Novaka
chalo
and
chalo
against the
EVT
side of Team
này
Godlike
rồi
who has heroes like Esmeralda,
Godlike.
Sweet,
Ni
as well as
Godlike
the
ni wo
YSS
putana
who can
deja.
make sure that the
gọi lại cái
backliners
phụ tận
will
rồi
be
đấy
hunted down. I'm not a big fan of the
ra
Nova
thì năng
here,
tươi ra
especially knowing that once the second skill is down, she
Nova nó
is
cái
a
gì à
really easy target. And
Yes, but
maybe
yeah,
a
what
Gatot
on
Kacha would always be standing by her side, or maybe
Nah,
Alice or D-Dot, but we still
Nova
can't
je hani
make it
malo
sure because
sis
D-Dot needs to
Sejuni
make
me.
all the engages combined with what do we call it, Alice as
đó
well. But
phải phải
let's see how they still
thằng
make
này
it
cái
out because
này
the side of
thằng
Team
này
Godlike right now they have a favorable draft, in my
này có
opinion.
đấy có ai phải
Of course, and you can say one more thing like Team Godlike, they are kind of known for their, I mean, before they
Minimap
were
mapa
established, right?
thamjalo.
So I'm telling about that thing.
mini map
So
không
this
dân
team
lên
is known for their destructive type of
mai
gameplay,
hay
their
phát
phải
cô
early
và xí
game
tao thành đũa
skirmishes,
thầm mà
their,
bagat này đi
I mean, turning the skirmishes into total disaster, whoever onto their path, I mean, in front of their path. So this is why they're known for. And EVT, in the other hand,
Asigi
they're
wa
known
sis
for
ben
their
to ya
late
do.
game dominance. Whenever the game reaches to late game, it is
Is
them
lens lo
who
ko.
gonna seal the
Brother,
deal.
lens lo ko
So
wa
let's
sis
see
kasi
this time who
tim
will
tim
be
ni
claiming the
makapon ni
throne, who
ko.
will be taking on the first game, and will be building out the confidence in this BO3 series. Because,
này
ladies
chứ
and
này chứ
gentlemen,
này
we
chứ
are
này
getting
chứ
into the game
Background
number one between Team
EX
Godlike versus
OSS to
Team
khang ba
EVT and
enemy
Elusivity
gi
Esports
EXP yang
right
pa ga daw
now.
na winning
Elusivity
lane do
Esports
di ko akoy
they
na
lost
ngamani
one
akoy
game
EXP nang
that
zone to
to
hen
against
tar pa bi ayo
SATUL,
na
IQ
tati
SATUL, and now it
les
is
lo to ka
Godlike who
shungam
are
dam
right
ne
now unbeatable at the
samane
top
les
two
lo
rounds
to
out of his
zone
tier.
to
Let's
bi
see
ready
hore game hore
if
guys
EVT can give upset
chalo
here,
mid ta
or we're
walk
gonna
tông này
see
ra đây
another win, another points getting added for Team Godlike here. Junglers
level
taking up
2
the
rồi
aggro, early game rotation coming in with that. You're gonna see those
ban
early game
ban
skirmishes as
đừng
well.
có
There's a tornado popped up.
Oh, Madara.
Tare,
Oh,
tare,
okay, that's
fazay
not gonna be.
na.
Oh, but still, look at
Ako
him
mo
being
adu
taken
trigger
down
beto.
because of that reckless engage, and that was a price he should be paying for.
Pam to san
Imagine
ne
going
ne.
against like Gatot Kacha with a revitalize. You don't do that in the early game, man. But anyways, regardless of that, Madara is really low,
Ay
and
mana
if
maya ito
you
matam
guys
yang
will
mahal.
be asking me about who the
Garangi
first player will be
Vegeta
going
gi
on
face
to,
game do.
the side of Team
Brother.
Godlike, they
New
have
subscriber.
upgrade onto was that
Thank
Yi,
you,
already
welcome,
amazing
brother.
river
Aboli sana sam.
control combined with
Brother,
that
super Aboli.
rom-com as well as Fade if he
Aboli.
goes for the
Okay.
rotation.
Welcome, brother.
They are going to
Chalo,
be
chalo.
having a really intense what do you call fight as well as the upper hand while going for the objectives here.
No,
But
no.
right now the emblems, as we can see, those common emblems are being the usual used of emblems here with concussion
KFC yaro
protection rating
Nova
that
na wa
Gatot
bane. Mid
Kacha
tak
and
le to
Alice
sana ko
respectively.
ko
But
mana.
right now the Zero here who has a brave
Yes,
smack, he
yes,
will be
yes,
sustaining
okay.
a lot
What
longer
name?
against Fade. But
Yes, secret
it all
sign je,
depends on how
brother.
many
Ye no
minions
na
are
go like
around
na
him
low
because
gre
in a
ne.
one-on-one scenario, though he can have a really upper hand, but right now look at that Ash.
Go like na lay gre, go like na low gre.
Rises
Secret
onto the
sign.
Durrata, and now he's getting
Pabdi ok
cornered
ato
down
do
there,
na
but
low
he
gre.
will be
Secret
finished
sign.
Wow,
with the
man.
Dugi go like
Sisi
one.
sisi
and
sisi
on
Jonathan
sisi
gi.
da.
blue side, this is the first
Jonathan gi
Okay,
neutral
tim
okay.
na.
coming in, the first neutral objective
Jonathan
in
no
the
na low
action. But
gre.
before that,
Ama
the
nang
magic
taro pa
execution
si
comes in
Esmeralda
on a jungle
dagira.
release as well. Toro starts
Tare.
up, and it's gonna be a 1v1
Sisi.
going in with that.
Oh,
That's
Alo
one
san.
brother.
chance for Toro, who
Khang
will
de
be
bata
Iya
hai
ko
bang
getting
am
the
de.
kill
Yeng
onto
se.
God's
Koi
Fate,
di
sending him to the heaven
EBT de
side. The
support ni ko.
jungler falls
Sui.
down from the side of the
Ako
EVT.
sui ade. Koi di
And now
agara
there is
messi.
a chance that they can go for the turtle
Ama
steal, but
yo
no.
rotation yo sisi na ha le
Team Godlike, they will be retaliating back
Ado
into
di
Ama
the
game
base.
to play.
ban di tiaw di
I
plus.
mean, the side of Team
Ani mo di tiaw di plus
EVC, they
ama di
have paid up a
i fan
price
buoy.
here, but look at
Madara
Madara, he might be
madara
taken down. Real inflation comes in, and with that,
Yan,
Madara
sige.
will be taken down.
Pasay na.
It's not gonna be
Pasay na
taken
Korea.
down.
Pwede.
Of course,
Pasay nyo
of
dito
course, and
Korea
there
daw.
you go. The puncture comes in, beat falls down,
Halo
and
Pure,
halo
then
halo.
pure.
another
Sagay
engage
sagay.
comes up as well.
Follow.
Fate goes back
Sagay
to
ne
it with a
wala.
short full moon coming in, and with that, a lot of skirmishes being happening at the turtle zone. But before that,
Oh,
it's
comment ça,
Torio,
je
the
suis
flavor
pas
of
tout.
HP running
Yan
away
da
at
de.
this moment. Now Speed
Nova
falls down into the hand
sige
of Van
tayo.
once again. And before
Daro to
he
flicker
can
out
actually
wo
go
sisi do
for
haga
that
do
third
hate
kill,
tu.
it will be fading away in front of his eyes. But look at that.
Bando,
It will
bando,
be
bando,
Tano
bando.
and again, re-engaging at this moment. Van
As
going
Korean
for
chat
that
le ne
for
tau
the
di.
shocker. Treasure Tornado coming in.
Ya de
Flavor of
kaisi se
HP,
ke
the
do ri no.
burst
Tang
comes
di
up.
le.
Mid will be giving
Yep,
out the
pana
assist, and Romcom will be giving out the final blow.
Yep toy tan ne ma.
Exactly.
Yani
The
da
side
şey
of Team
funa bu.
Godlike, they
Pick
are
Yes,
two
sir.
mina
true
fa dai
carry
bo.
as well as
Ama
they
yedi
can
de
go
section
late
Eh
win.
mode
no
as
vale, no
well.
vale.
neutral objective, definitely falling on towards their hand, knowing that Ram is a level ahead of God Speed here. But it all depends on how
Yes,
engaged it goes right now. But Madara isolated 1v2
Sare ban sare. Reading a man. Fazay ne. Bit chale. Ay what si ulu ne bit chale Fazay bit chale. Fazay edu Fazay re. Ato Fazay.
Taking down Fade, and with that, the side of Team EVT has gotten upper hand on their hand now. The goal lead that they had lost is once again on their
GG
hand.
guys, GG.
Of course, and you can see the level ranking. Godspeed is
Share
already
to
in
solo, guys,
6.
share to solo.
Rom on to 6, but Van, he's also on to 6 level as well. But he got a turtle into his hand, and now the lethal fight will be going on. It will be an easy lethal for the side of Godlike Van. But you know, like I feel
Van
if
Van
Team
Thauder
EVT were right now forcing
Godlike
out a lot of fights here, they need to hold it up. Because, you know, like, they cannot give out those goals to the side of Godlike at this moment. Because whenever they got the gold, they got the early game spike, they really show the aggression. And you don't want those aggression coming in from the very beginning of the game and literally disastering or literally hindering you a lot, hampering you a lot. But there you go, another engage coming in from the side of Godlike. It will be just a poke from the side of GL. The retaliation happening.
EVT na Joseph Boyo Marahan. Pui 2021 da pui. Chale. Fazay ne. Hingedri no Fazay. Oi, Madara aru kitang chunga model tito.
Rongkom.
Bit oi chatori. Fazay ne. Fazay he. Uchi nga ye. Kamaya khaira over the. Tawna protein.
Doesn't matter. It will not gonna catch up at this moment. It's Godspeed who is right now getting Godlike.
Fazay yang di Fazay.
Oh well, iconic one. But anyways, like we know, right, Ash, that these two teams, EVT
Kenona
and
art
Godlike, they
art ka
have
kanoga
somewhat of a
art ki khali ka
rivalry
kanoga je
here, don't you
kanoga
think?
apex
Because
na ka
whenever we see
aggressive
these
oi
two
behel
teams just
art
fighting,
oi da so
facing off each
aggressive
other,
apex na
they
oi
are
behel
not
khali pa
stopping. They are always having a brawl. They are always making sure that they know each other's steps here. But with that, Ash, the turtle is here.
Fazay he chale kai no sendu nang start to wo
With the retribution, not only that,
wow
falling down into the hand
okay
of Godspin. The Lance is
very
hitting
nice
the above. The Lance is getting the spike at this moment. And not only
makha
that,
lo yare ne
taking
brother
out
makha
all
dam
those
chalo ne
Godlike members. But before that,
lu
you
da
can
mata
see
mahal
that
ne
stun
makha na
coming in.
monitor
And
to
little bit of invasion onto the blue buff. He goes with the puncture. Throne Rose used. Monitor released as well.
another
Now
the
he's
final
getting
challenge
cornered at
ne
this
mata mahal
moment.
le
It will be
makha isa chatlam ne
will be taken away.
makha tare chatla ne wa chana ma chatla di
Nati Rongkom je changdre gaino.
Execution coming in as well. Back into the safe
I
zone.
cosplay tawre amade.
That's a good decision.
I
Don't
Ismail
want to
da
take
cosplay
more
tawre
fight,
ha.
more skirmishes, but look at that. Romcom goes in with a sharper mode. Tries
kaino kai si
costing him his life.
chatli ne thoba oh
AOG comes up, but he will be accumulated by
kana de chatle je noi kaino to san gre kana da thuo to chale ku
and it will be Madara falling down with the
ngami kan ro bas to thadu ju makha da nam de tare lo de ne kana da si jale
into the bot. It's 4 versus 2. But they need to
Kona me ni do ge
at this moment. But still, the micro
ring na te king ta da le ne objective channel ne
The side of Team EVT, they make sure that they have the goal lead on the
objective channel
hand.
da ni ne
But that purple buff engage on towards the side of Godlike jungle was not a really amazing move that I would be mentioning.
Macro
out there
mi
because
sum hendore ko.
you know
adu
that
ne
you
je
have
objective
goal
channel
lead,
da
you
ne
have to play
go
out for
ya
the objective and go back and wait for the fights here, and that is the mistake that the side of Team EVT did there. And with that, they managed to lose the top as well as the bot lane and the fight on the bot lane as well. So that's not a good sign. But if we are looking towards the item, we can see Gato took the dominance and completely overhandling the rogue here, but that's not
Guni
too
ke
much
zamane ba.
enough because there are a lot of magical damage that will be coming
Daro
in
su
from
pa
their
ya pa me.
Eve, and that is something we need to be
Ya de.
watched out for.
Guni
But
ya sa
Leon
ya de.
has completed the war axe, so whenever he is around minions, he is going to be having a lot more spell web than we usually see, combined with Lancelot finally completing its brute force with that war axe. So he is going for that semi-utility build as well. But with that, the third turtle, the last turtle of the match is here.
bana ngamdara fazai ne repeat of tare de
As.
fazai kai fazai Hello, hello,
Yeah, yeah,
Kaisis,
yeah.
hello,
Come
hello.
here, come
Fazendo.
Spori chat tuh.
Rome.
Maya chat tuh malah,
here.
maya
Defend
chat.
him there.
Ngamor, ngamor,
Rohan.
objective sana kada, mini objective yang jali jauh. Hello, who are you supporting?
Man,
I'm
they were like
supporting
using like
EVT
a
by the
rover as
way,
well as a turtle.
because
We will make sure that we will take
all
your
my
rover in
small
return,
brothers are
but
here.
in the cost of your mid lane first as well. So with that, the side of Team Godlike, they have opened up the
My
side of
brothers
Team
are
EVT's
playing for
jungle area completely for themselves, and
Tenzu and
whenever they want,
Julius
they
though.
can just roam around the
Jihan
map
ka
and just
mordra.
get up all those minions. But before that, Romcom is giving up a lot of taunts, but
Hello.
particularly having his own spell, having his own
Sì,
Okay,
así
aura
es
around
mira da
himself is
bro na
not going to
pudar
be
mi ja.
taking a lot of damages
Yes.
right now. But
3xp
Team
neva.
Godlike, they are just making sure that the
Kaya
taunts will
habi
be
ya,
there rather
remember.
than going for an
Yadre,
all-out
yadre.
brawl right now. But
Ang sa
they will
tayo.
make
Nang di
sure that the
kami ang
main
tawag yar,
objectives will
but
still be there. But
yadre.
look at Godspeed, Ash.
Fajare,
Nah,
Fajare,
nah.
chale, Altito! Fajare tua!
Ado ngame, chango ko dito. Patay, patay. Pale, pale. Sino
Changbiri,
madarama?
start leading Madara in a free. Backup later was ito, sida.
Itong patay.
Sige, why say zone to na bam tayaw de aro eh.
Iway siya no po. Pare sana yung ko man.
Dunia je, moi, ya dunia EXP da matau tayo je dunia. Dunia do.
Game
Games
loiraga, like her power off.
That's true.
Mm.
Whenever you're around those sniping
Ano
objectives,
nga
you
ni
need to
sina
make sure
OP
that
yung
you have a
Atiyo,
lot of
night shift
like
na.
ay
you
kano
have
ay exam tharo
making
ye
sure that
kano ga
your burst
ay
damage
dead 9 ga
will
kano ga
actually be the burst time
Nagaland
rather
hornbill
than
chala
giving
ni
this cheap amount of damage
or ay
because
kung si
you
chala ni
are the mage. You have
Kaya
like
ba, hotel
a
management
lot of
tau le
trouble
ba.
in your own hands. You need to
on
make sure
phenga
that the
le
team fight
peace hole
are revolving
minai
around
kusi
you
ni
and
Roshan
bake
no
up the pressure for the enemies to build up
Ito
those
wala nga ni
magical
tips lupa
defense
sa mga
and just
pangibo.
leave out the
sis
slot for the
Maya
team to defend
game
as well.
sana
But
ba to
before
piro.
that, the fight will still be here. Madara caught off
Second
guard
side
against
they
the
were
Lagi,
when
Rubik.
second side
Future
look
go.
brother Fajare auto
Ate halo yare. Kori sire yare. Kem si
140
sire.
140 Fajare
Hapali yare.
Hyper di ani rugu Fajare adu Fajare Julius
Julius ki. Second.
Atai je sum cha yi matik sum henjale e hui thu ge ji. Cha cha na dum henjale ya bo.
second side do brother go like na lai gre du ni go like all second side je go like Jonathan team na ko Jonathan ok na lai gre ko PUBG gi ok to go like na lai gre solo sa gre mi di no na kan da nung ta le no na kan da
Yaone ban ki position yung ban position yung.
maning de ni man sang tu je mana ga zoi pai ti ma ja ni bu mana na hodam ne fa maning de clean up lak ne ti ma ja
Blue, asi blue lo ko man.
objective sin tari amuk thing de minute tara ma thoi da ngasai do blue do fight lok de makha ji low ya ra ne ba kana da blue do sang jalo matam mang le fight lok le
Minion ki se.
minen low gi
Minion MVP.
minen yam de ji do tari am de pa changa ni tok du ja
Lo. Another just fight low run. Ali jaw de mo fight low.
server ji bengal ne ni mu bengal nga ta pa ma ni na
Na re sen ju ya. Combo am tha da.
narani adune chenju gi kana bam na let early de ka madara ta
Art game now pa ji kai dau ra ge.
hey phajai ne kon chili nama ma thu phajai phajai ri usi gi madara to ko madara siang no madara
Yung ki yung fight lo.
Ati yaw.
Julius si dia. Ya, yip selo.
kaisi satore
Apa ye nga. Ye nga je as
One
kami
SP ne
eh tagbiya mo tibra.
nova kaisi pandi
It is not the side of Team EVT who are having a lot of
Hindi
fun
ko
side
keno
on,
tanga mo
and
ko
the
ri
side
tanga
of
mo.
Godlike is making sure that they are going to be with
now
Godlike
ne oi
in this land of Dawn, and
Pang
they
pang to
are
kan
going
ya
to
na.
make sure that every team fight
kill
is
tana
done
lai re ne
with
mana
Hindi ko
utmost
mada,
respect
hindi ko mada nga no so eh tu sakin ko tuon to kan pa me man do.
Ye wana 15 ge 11 ga ne kill ji ho ador ju goal ji ho ma he ri goal ji.
Kay no Julius, kay no eh tilda ina mo tilda.
oh khalit no low gadra ani mo retrieve miss to gadra ne kori jong
Adu ne.
fajare ani mo fajare chire
Oh!
oh ay Dale, kore
Ikaw, hindi ba da? 이다 민남이야 민남이야 까들어
야로 brother bit lay
그지기는 손이다 뒤도 너무 많이 퍼져도 가만히 가리는 나오는데 갈리 거리 이제 비깔 많이
Kusido wa na hingi mana
Once na have the sumsalakto ay wag nam tao any brother. Ay wo.
Look at Godspeed's damage though. He is not stopping with the puncture as well as the thorn rolls on
Video
towards his
video
damage as
video
well.
hello yaar
He is known for his Godspeed on towards that Lancelot, and he is showing that as well. But against Godlike's defenses, even though he is doing all his best, he still needs those penetration items to be making sure that even even the squishiest heroes will be melted down. Not even melted down, but bursted down to death. But regardless of that, he still goes in. But with the Phantom Execution, it's not enough. Vanting is going to damage, but in return, Godspeed almost dropped towards the dead HP zone. But
recall to holo mayunda po
the Lord will be
Nangin matam ni
on
Manaw.
the 90-second mark here, but will it be enough to Ash as that still arrives on the position? But Godlike's map control is still really big right now.
I think you didn't saw her
Of course, and there you go.
Crisis
Another
to position.
coming in there. It will be
chale phajai ne adri phajare ne phajare mani na release phajare ne wise position yo
video si naman matuto ro bro liên số chứ lấy khát lê mà liên số chứ cái nổ các chân như tao nói vậy chân như tao nói chân như tao nói vậy
well on to Vansator and he goes back but just giving up the split on to the
medo yani
mi to
two people
xin
already
lên
down from the side of God
nang
zone properly being done but the mid lane tier 1
yes
of EVT again gaining something onto the macro
마타토야 니시 넘버 아까지 가이도 뭐
exactly the side of team EVT they are up on towards that macro point and like we were talking about Gatot Kache he has completed dominance as well as the
sắp tin là cái lê
gets the radiant so that he does not take up a lot of
ôi
damage
phun đâu cái hồng nha này vậy tôi không
but regardless of that as we can still see on the level ranking here it's Godspeed who is level 15
ủa ta với thằng có tỏ không gặp ai mà thằng ai
going to be an issue on towards the
ai trả xử lý rồi
damage right now
nhiều bây giờ ai từng đi mà nhiều mồ
obviously there is still a fight
ni em jungle ulai
but it is going to be Madara who will be taken down as the fight still
làm gì không
not planning to stop it off with real manipulation still goes on but Crisis a lot of make sure that no issues for him as he takes down one member
Xin cả đái mà đà cười
Madara naman matfura ni mano ito iwa kanino ni
of course and with this
wag na wag ida ta game ko ni
Our insan would never do this.
insan na pa ma
yo mo mane rosane yo mo me
against tau thara ke rota ko mo do ati thara ni do
magi drop ni
early game spike into the mid game as well but Senju
ai no tagal yo ta lo minai ma sa thing je thu mo le ji wa oi adu chamna hala di ku ro hati ha mo listo hajai yengo daw yengo lo
Isang utang yun dito kami. Madara. Hindi hingi na. Hingi ba?
Godlike good game na lay kaya niya bang nga man oxygen mo na adi mo kayo na makadala ito kayo gino ba kayo na crisis na Ismaila hat palay ito 4v4 da
Tieng si thagat pa sini.
Maya matama.
Bengali macam ni nak kiri ya.
Maya matama tidak.
Tahu kiri mau kiri.
Yeah. Nice.
But not gonna get any kill at this moment. Lord smashed
kill to
eating out a lot of damage onto Crisis as well. At this point, defending out the Lord.
Macam defend tahu deh.
Go for the multi-push.
you might
Pasti nama macam tu mana ni jadi tahu lagi.
Fajar idri BS3 chale pull up chale why mau ni kulo chalo mayayda mine lak ni sidu dang
Who will be taken out as well? Then
Rung kondo
from Godlike from India.
Mana uge. Kata holon.
Ngambar. Depende tahu ini, yang depende tahu ini.
Lot of hampering.
Adi itu sao, I mean.
Exactly.
EVT
The,
ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
the,
ꯇꯧꯕ
the side of Team EVT, they are marching on the
Minion
mid
happen.
lane, making sure all the turrets will be destroyed. Romcoms,
ꯑꯦ
shields
ꯐꯖꯩꯅꯦ
Nice.
ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯇꯣꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯐꯖꯩꯅꯦ ꯑꯜꯇꯤ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯅꯦ
and that is not
ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯌꯟꯗꯤ
going to be
ꯆꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯤ
Ati
enough
ꯆꯤꯡꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯤ
for
minion
Romcom.
minion
He
di.
is
ꯑꯁꯤ
still
ꯍꯥꯟꯅ
in
ꯑꯃꯁꯦ
shock. He
ꯍꯥꯠꯄꯗ
as well.
ꯗꯤꯁꯤꯖꯟ ꯌꯥꯝ
He
ꯇꯧ
does not want to
ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯦ
be
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ
taken
ꯇꯨꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ
down.
ꯆꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯅꯦꯍꯦ
ꯑꯃꯅ
And
ꯇꯧꯔ
the side
ꯄꯨꯜꯂꯒ
of Team
ꯑꯃꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ
Godlike,
ꯍꯜꯂꯦ
they are still
ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯌꯟꯁꯨ
crumbling a
ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ
little bit onto us. Whenever they are fighting EVT, they are crumbling a little bit.
ꯍꯜꯂꯣ
They are
ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ
making sure that a little bit of the loophole is there for
ꯁꯤꯗꯤ
the side of Team
ꯁꯦꯒꯥꯏꯔꯅꯤ ꯁꯤꯗ
EVT
ꯑꯗꯨꯅ
to just snatch the
ꯐꯖꯔꯦꯅꯦ
top lane.
ꯑꯁ
Will be taken out by
ꯑꯁ
Godspeed. A solo kill in a 3v1
ꯌꯥꯔꯦ
scenario.
ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯜꯂꯦ
ꯑꯁ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯤꯁ
ꯑꯁ
ꯅꯝꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
Frozen will be
ꯐꯤꯁ
back
ꯅꯝꯃꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ
from
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯅꯦ
mid. He
ꯍꯟꯖꯜ
takes
ꯍꯜꯂꯣ
down Godspeed with the
ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯜꯂꯦ
main of
ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯜꯂꯦ
his
ꯑꯃꯗꯤ
own, and with
ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯜꯂꯦ
that, the side of Team
ꯑꯁꯤꯔꯦ
Godlike
ꯑꯃꯁꯤꯁꯨ
takes down the junglers on the side of Team EVT, but they are not planning to stop.
ꯑꯦ ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
IWS
ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ
is
ꯑꯦ
there. Crisis, he still goes in. Bane will be
ꯑꯦ
taken down by
ꯑꯇꯤ
ꯐꯤꯁꯇ
ꯑꯇꯤ
ꯐꯤꯁ
ꯑꯇꯤ
ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
Godspeed.
ꯑꯇꯤ
ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
Godlike will be
ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
taken down.
ꯑꯁ
OG as well comes in as well.
ꯈꯥꯏꯁꯤꯁꯇꯣ
I believe
ꯈꯥꯏꯁꯤꯁꯇꯣ
that is going to be the Starfall Nova, but that's not enough.
ꯐꯖꯔꯦꯅꯦ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯦ
As
ꯑꯃꯁꯦ
God will
ꯑꯃꯁꯦ
be
ꯑꯃꯁꯦ
stopping
ꯑꯃꯁꯦ
him.
ꯃꯅꯤꯡꯗ
ꯐꯦꯠꯇꯤ
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯅꯦ
ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯤ
Considering as Fate takes him
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
down with the
ꯇꯥꯟꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ
Yo-Yo, but Corey Cutie as well as Crisis is someone far down. The 5G of a Romcom. He
ꯑꯁ
is in
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥꯔꯤ
shock
ꯆꯪꯗꯦ
as well.
ꯆꯪꯗꯦ
His
ꯆꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
teammates,
ꯆꯪꯅꯤ
he
ꯆꯪꯅꯤ
does not
ꯐꯨꯖꯜꯂꯣ
want to
ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
be
ꯆꯪꯅꯤ
stopped
ꯆꯪꯅꯤ
down
ꯐꯨꯖꯜꯂꯣ
that easily as they are still going on. Romcom
ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯁꯤꯡꯖꯨ
trying to
ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯔꯤꯗꯣ
march on Shenzu, but he is way too fast. He has a second skill to
ꯑꯩꯅ
run around
ꯐꯨꯖꯜꯂꯨ
the
ꯁꯤꯅꯤ
map, to run across
ꯉꯝꯅꯤ
the
ꯁꯤꯅꯤ
walls as well. But Fade is he
ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
still does
ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
not want
ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
to
ꯁꯤꯔꯦ
stop,
ꯁꯤꯔꯦ
but he might be taken down
ꯑꯁ
with the Corey
ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ
Cutie, but not enough
ꯐꯤꯀꯔꯗꯩ
for now.
ꯀꯩꯗꯩ ꯄꯨꯂꯞ ꯃꯥꯡꯉꯦ
That
ꯑꯩꯅ
Yo-Yo
ꯑꯔꯣꯏ
is the
ꯐꯨꯗꯠꯅꯔꯤꯁꯤ
one makes him sustain a little longer to be
Bro,
successful.
bro,
WWE
The
ꯐꯨꯗꯠꯅꯩꯌꯦ
side of Team Godlike
2
and
versus 2
EVT
tournament,
are
Roshi boys.
stopping at the midst of the most amazing
Padahal.
brawl.
Amazing brawl, amazing
WWE ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
control
ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
into the map, you can say as well. Because I mean, at that point, it
Botland,
was
Botland.
a kind of thing that EVT might have gone for that
ꯗꯥꯏꯔꯦꯛ
inhibitor initially,
WWE
but then
ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
it was
ꯐꯨꯗꯠꯅꯔꯦ
Godlike who managed to
ꯍꯩ
stop
ꯍꯩ
ꯑꯗꯣꯅꯦ
ꯍꯩ
them
ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯁꯔ ꯌꯥꯝ
with
ꯁꯥꯔꯦ
the minion waves as well.
ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯔꯝꯅꯤ
But now the Lord once again getting consistent out, not
ꯁꯦꯟꯖꯨꯁꯤ
consistent
Alisto
out,
ꯇꯧꯕ
Vision
but
ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
Zero
starts it out
ne.
from the side of Godlike. But
Nice,
there you
nice.
go, Corey
ꯑꯂꯤꯁ
QT will be
ꯆꯌꯦꯠꯅꯔꯦ
going in for the zone. Gonna conscious out the Lord as well. The
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥꯔꯁꯤ
shot
ꯁꯤ
still
ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯦ
comes
ꯇꯍꯥꯜꯂꯨ
in.
ꯌꯥꯝ
Two people
ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯜꯂꯦ
got caught
ꯅꯪꯁꯦ
into the
ꯃꯅꯥꯎꯗꯤ
hand, but it's just a
ꯁꯦꯟꯖꯨ
ꯅꯣꯕꯥꯗꯣ
bonus.
ꯆꯥꯔꯦ
ꯁꯦꯟꯖꯨꯗꯣ
ꯁꯦꯟꯖꯨ
Considering
ꯁꯦꯟꯖꯨꯗꯣ
ꯆꯥꯔꯦ
just the
ꯀꯤꯌꯦ
zone coming out from the
ꯁꯦꯟꯖꯨ
side of
ꯆꯥꯔꯦ
ꯐꯤꯀꯔ
ꯁꯦꯟꯖꯨ ꯆꯥꯔꯦ
ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯗꯤ
ꯚꯥꯏ ꯁꯨꯡꯍꯦꯟ
ꯁꯤꯗꯧ
ꯍꯦꯟꯗꯦ
ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ
ꯁꯦꯟꯖꯨ
There you
ꯆꯥꯔꯦ
go, Vanzatoro right now
ꯆꯥꯔꯦ
taking
ꯍꯥꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ
on
ꯑꯁ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯨꯔꯅꯤ
Senju. Senju falls down with auto,
ꯑꯁꯤ
but
ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
then
ꯇꯧ
with
ꯂꯩꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ
Tornado managed to
ꯆꯠꯂꯣ
give
ꯆꯠꯂꯣ
out the
ꯋꯤꯟ ꯃꯦꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
melting
ꯋꯤꯟ
on the
ꯃꯦꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
Senju, and there you go, the immune comes out as
ꯐꯖꯩꯅꯦ
well.
ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ
ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ
ꯐꯖꯩ
ꯀꯨꯠꯇ
Once again,
ꯐꯖꯩꯅꯦ
Godlike with a puncture, finds the kill onto Van.
ꯑꯗꯨ
One for one
ꯒꯦꯝꯁꯦ
going in, shutdown
ꯀꯥꯗꯧ
having the
ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ
crisis there. Fate got the man into his hand.
ꯑꯁ
AOT
ꯋꯥ
able to
Please.
look
ꯑꯗꯨ
ꯑꯣ
Wow, wow,
ꯁ꯭ꯀꯥꯜꯇꯤꯁꯤ
wow,
Godlike
wow,
ꯁꯥꯔꯦ
wow,
ꯁꯤꯗꯤ
continuing
wow,
on
wow,
overextending as
wow.
well. It
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯅꯤ
was an
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯅꯤ
AD popped up. Can he go back? Throne Road here.
ꯌꯥꯔꯦ
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ
He
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ
was going for the puncture, but he
ꯒꯦꯝ
will be
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ
taken out by Fate here. What will
ꯄꯥꯗꯥꯔꯥꯒꯤꯅꯦ ꯊ꯭ꯔꯣ
happen? Minions
ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯒꯤ
going into the
ꯄꯣꯔꯦꯅꯦ
base. Only one member standing in. They're locking out the base here. Corey
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ
QT
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ
goes
ゲーム
for
ロ
the
ジ
kill,
ジ
but
ジ
he
ジ
ꯄꯨꯡꯗ
cannot
ꯀꯥ
do
ꯌꯥꯕ
it.
ꯒꯦꯝꯁꯤꯕꯨ
It is Team
ꯀꯛꯊꯠꯂꯦ
Godlike with the comeback, with the win in the first set of
चलो चलो
this
ड्राफ्ट
BO3
होगी
series. They are into the lead. 1-0 the score is. EVT, they need
Sakalo,
to
sakalo,
move
drop
on
his
into the
things.
second game. Otherwise, they will be get a clean
Drop it,
sweep
top
of
of the
2-0
over.
onto their hand, and 3 points will literally goes into the hand of into
Fuck
the
guys,
land of
this is
Dawn. One of the best league
Oh,
of
they
India
hold
is
that.
right
this
now
is the whole
going master my picks, and
this is
boys and girls, heroes and legends, we
Okay,
are
okay.
here into the land of Dawn.
Say,
One of
go
the
like na
best
first.
league of India
Go
is
like na
right now
kanoni na.
Nati EVT na
going.
first pick.
You are right now
Ano
witnessing
ne? Go.
First
Go like.
first heal
Lucivity
ꯇꯧꯔꯦꯀꯣ
Esports.
ꯍꯤꯜꯗꯥ
The
ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
Godlike,
ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯛ
the
ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
team
ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯛ ꯇꯧꯔ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ
which is
ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯒꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯒꯟ
known
ꯇꯧꯕ
for
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ
his
ꯂꯨꯅꯣꯛ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
greatness
ꯂꯨꯅꯣꯛ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ
in
ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯨ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
BGMI is
ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯨ ꯇꯧꯕ
right now
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ
stepping
ꯖꯨꯖꯤꯟ ꯕꯦꯟ
into
ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
the MOBA
ꯖꯨꯖꯤꯟ ꯕꯦꯟ
5v5
ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯑꯒ
scene.
ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠ ꯂꯧꯔꯦ
And they
ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠ ꯕꯦꯟ
choose
ꯇꯧꯔ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠ ꯂꯧꯔꯦ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠ
one of
ꯂꯧꯕ
the
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ
best
ꯌꯤꯞꯀ
team
ꯏꯁꯃꯦꯜꯗꯥꯒ ꯂꯧꯁꯟꯕ
currently in our MOBA 5v5 scene
Nah.
community scene that
ꯃꯗꯥꯔꯥꯗꯤ
is
ꯁꯛꯊꯨꯅꯤꯗ
Cypress
ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯅꯤ
Shine.
ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯌꯨꯅ
The
ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯌꯨꯅ ꯃꯤ
team
Draft
which
se hovei
managed
di
to
fazer
give
ꯉꯥꯛ
us
esse.
ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯄꯩ
all
ꯇꯧꯋꯦ
those
Gato,
thrills,
gato
all
fazer,
those
gato
wins,
ne.
all those dominating
Ele
walks
mau ta shikyo
in
en lo
those
ma di au me posta hai.
destroying limits
Ani
kind of
combo
play
zo ni.
style
Gato ga
is
sisi
right
ga.
now getting a name of a big
Check
name
so hai
of
da.
org that is Godlike.
Moi mathang me
Here
sau
we are
rigan dai
entering
sam
into the
sao ge.
draft phase for
ꯇꯧ
this
ꯇꯧ ꯇꯧ
game, and
ꯂꯤꯗꯤ
the
ꯐꯖꯔꯦ
story will still continue because they will stood as one. They will show us what the unity can do.
Kita nggak salah.
And despite members.
Yang kuih last game.
Parsha bien tore, Xbox bien tore, Joy bien tore, wadu amma.
Hutu mo sigo open tayo kay no sini.
Xbox being taken down, and from the side of Team EVC, they do not want to let that joy slide off, as well as maybe a higher.
Hyper do the
What do you say?
Hyper do the EXP da shinaga yare have ni da. Hyper do.
It can maybe a Hayabusa from
Right.
Vansatoro, or maybe can
Well,
go
Hyper
for
don't
the
be into
Guinevere
Tonale.
pick as well. He loves to spam the Guinevere.
Can you be the exceptional ni ko?
And so to this time, you're gonna see one of the best matchup here at the Mythic Showdown. Mid laner Senju loves to play that Eve, and he does show the outplay with the Eve pick, which all these names, and when these guys play the Eve, they also do the same. And this time the experience might be matched.
Chikai nang kamay submit tawgi ngarang approval laabne gisu.
Last time these two team clashes with each other.
Aina
And
group
you
thai
were
diyo.
the casters if I remember correctly.
Ai khangdre.
For 35 minutes.
Application
Kano
ID
jango-
ngarang application ID
the
di
first game,
isalage.
and then the last two
Oi
games,
link kita
it was totally
link kita han
I mean,
chango
not
aduga
even
pay
a
tawam
single
da.
chance to flinch in those last two
Application
games
ID
by
di dunia
Sacrishine onto EVT. So
P apply
this
tawam
game
na ama
is
yaw me abri
not very much
Ai phone ma
long.
ngai na he. Okay
It's
okay.
like last week we saw that thing, EVT versus Sacrishine, and today we are again seeing this thing, EVT versus Sacrishine in a BO3 series. And the drama will be continuing, but I was hoping for this Esmeralda into the hand of Fate, but no, it will be into the hand of Romcom, and it is Fate who is going with the CC pick right now. For that, you're gonna see the Jirok coming in. That is something insane into the hand of EVT. They're going for the Jirok EXP with an utility mage that is the Novaria. I'm not sure how the draft will goes, but it is more like a sus kind of draft, off meta pick kind of draft. So let's see what will be happening, because my friend Crucifix always says this: 60% onto the draft. No, sorry, 40% onto the draft, 60% onto the execution part.
Oh, look at that. Especially talking about the YSS being left open as we were speaking. But against a Lancelot, though, I usually feel Lancelot is a little like he
Kaya
just has a
pisati
little
siya
upper
bitar
hand
to eh.
against that YSS. But it depends on the user as well. We can't just judge the hero. We need to make sure that their owners, their players are also really amazing. But yes, with this, both the teams have completed their draft, but the
Download
team
application
Fate
form to
Slate,
yare on
kind
there.
of a really orthodox pick, I'll be saying, with the D-Rot. I mean, it does go well against the Esmeralda with her shield, and D-Rot was specifically made for
Adugi
Esmeralda
download
to be
application form
countering her
thai
as
do
well.
adu
But
yare
we still
on.
can't find it out right now because the side
Payment
of Team
status pending
EVT,
thai di hui
they
thu.
have a Novaria, and
Kai thai.
against the side of Team Godlike, who
Nang
has
thak ko yo.
heroes like Esmeralda, Khalid, as well as
Payment
the
ni kamay
YSS, who
tawgi.
can make sure that the backliners
Payment to
become
age.
hunted down. I'm
Aina
not a
thai
big fan of a
aina group
Novaria,
ki media
especially
jangi
knowing
yo ai
that
thagi dio.
once the second skill is down, she
Aina
is a
round
really
question bani.
easy target.
Tolak te
And
aba link to tharo ni
maybe
dam
a
kana.
Gatot would always be standing by her side, or maybe Alice or D-Dot, but we still can't make it sure
Aingonda
because
team
D-Dot
talk te
needs to
aingonda
make
fine
all the
to.
engages combined with what do we call it, Alice as well. But let's
No,
see
no,
how they
link to
still make
tharo
it out,
ni.
because the side of Team Godlike right now,
Yeah.
they have a favorable draft, in my opinion.
Of course, and you can say one more thing, like Team Godlike, they are kind of
Godlike
known
ne hen
for
chawde
their,
male
I
tolo.
mean,
Ai te
before they
chaw
were
wai je khang de
Sacrishine, so
tam
I'm telling about that thing. So this team is known for their destructive type of gameplay, their early game
Kai screen
skirmishes,
share
their
to Discord changa ka ya to
I
body
mean,
bottom te.
turning the skirmishes into total disaster, whoever onto their path. I mean, in front of their path. So this is why they're known for. And EVT, in the other hand, they're known for their late game dominance. Whenever the game reaches to late game, it is EVT who gonna seal the deal. So let's see this time who will be claiming the throne, who will be taking on the first game, and will be building out the confidence in this BO3 series. Because, ladies and gentlemen,
Asigi
we are
nakan
heading
gide
into the
chango ne.
marathon for game number 1
Aduda
between Team Godlike
makasing
versus
daro.
Team EVT, Elusivity
PL
Esports.
PPs na ho
Right
wedi
now,
hore.
Elusivity Esports, they lost one game, that too against
Open.
SATUL, IQ SATUL, and now it is Godlike who are right now unbeatable at the Mythic Showdown round robin stage. Let's see if Team ABD can give upset here, or we're gonna see another win, another points getting added for
Adu di
Team
shalo
Godlike
nangi keno do
here.
application do.
Junglers taking up their aggro, early game rotation coming in with that. You're gonna see those early game skirmishes as well. There's a tornado popped up.
Oh, Madara. Oh, okay. This is not gonna be. Oh, but still, look at him being taken down because of that reckless engage, and that was a price he should be paying off. Imagine you going against a Gatot Kacha with a Revitalize. You don't do that in the early game, man. But anyways, regardless of that, Madara is really low, and right now, Ash, if you'll be asking me about who the first turtle will be going on to, the side of Team Godlike, they have bid on towards that Yves, a really amazing river control combined with that rom-com as well as Fate. If he goes for the rotation, they are going to be having a really intense what do you call fight, as well as the upper hand while going for the objectives here. But right now the emblems, as we can see, those common emblems are coming in, the usual used up emblems here, with concussion blast, with brave smite on towards that Gatot Kacha and Alice respectively. But right now the D-Rod here, who has a brave smite, he will be sustaining a lot longer against Fate. But it all depends on how many minions are around him, because in a one-on-one scenario, though he can have a really upper hand, but right now look at that, Ash, 2v1.
Price is onto the Durad, and now he's getting cornered down there.
Uda bani ne brother. Screen share to jo.
And onto the turtle side,
Playing
this is the
adun
first
chachavne.
turtle coming in, the first neutral objective into the action. But before that, the Phantom Execution comes in. Mount Shock released as well. Tordos
Yeah,
comes up, but
Gidril.
it will be a 1v1 going in with that. It will be Van Satoro who will be claiming the kill onto Godspeed, sending him to the heaven side. The jungler falls down from the side of EVT. And now there is a chance that they can go for the turtle steal, but no. Team Godlike, they will be retaliating back into the base.
I mean, the
Oi,
side of
draft
Team
over, brother.
EVT, they have paid up a price here, but look at Madara EVT right now already picking off two
Any
of
draft
their
over.
really strong
Got it.
frontliners as well as the sandbags.
Draft over,
But from the side of Team Godlike, they have not again, but they have picked off the hero from the side of Team EVT's previous game, the Madara's heroes. The Madara's hero, the Gatot Kacha, will be here combined with the Lunox's Chaos as well as the Brilliance. It is going to be the Melter tank. It is going to be the tank either. The Lunox will be here from the side of Team Godlike.
The Lunox coming in for bid here, and with that, I'm right gonna say that Senju should not waste time. He should pick out that Eve for himself because you know, like, okay, Eve is banned, and this time from the side of EVT though. I'm sorry, right now. So what else could come up against the Lunox at this point? Because they already taken out the Chukshin, the Eve is already taken off. You cannot go for a Kimi in this meta because she's kind of nerfed. Kadita can be an option, as well as you can go for a Lydia, or out of nothing you can go with a Sabina as well. But look at God, this guy. Yeah, previously was onto that puncture Lancelot. This time it will be the Rhythm of Joy. Joy is done, my friends.
Exactly. I mean, Joy is one of my favorite assassins, especially with the electrifying beats as well as the Rhythm of Joy. She is a really strong assassin. Once she gets those items like Genius One and combined with the Holy Crystal, she can also melt down the tanks on the mid-game side here. So a Joy in the right hands is a definite lethal machine here. But right now, in the competitive series, we can't predict anything according to the rank statistics that we usually see, because in the competitive series, we even see like the worst heroes on the rank just come on top here. So yeah, it is going to be a really unpredictable thing. But yeah, like we were talking about Joy here, she is going to be having, what do we call it, those power spikes in between the games. But as the game progresses, eventually her damage will fall off as well. But from the side of Team Godlike here, they have the melters, they have the frontliners, and if the taunt connects from Gatot Kacha, Joy will not be able to do anything. And once the dashes are out, she is just like Lancelot. Once the puncture is out, Lancelot is not able to dash out of the critical scenario. Same goes for Joy here. Once the Rhythm of Joy is down, she is not able to escape from any critical situations. But let's see what the second phase of the drafting is going to be bringing us right now, because the side of Team EVT, they have banned off none other than the Lancelot. Oh man.
Godlike.
Yeah, no, not the Lancelot. It was.
Oh, I mean the
Godlike.
It was Fanny. Yep. EVT going for the Fanny ban here.
Godlike
So do the Baksha will be taken out from the side of Team Godlike. And the last ban might be reflecting on another roamer. It might be a Kalea. Who knows? Or maybe onto the like proper mid, because the last option currently into the mid, as you mentioned, the Kadita might be the one which can take out with the rough waves onto the Lunox, or maybe onto the jungler for Godlike. So they might gonna ban out that Kadita, or else they might gonna go for a ban onto like the roamer, as I mentioned, Kalea, and then
objective sanadawinida game di moina fajarine EBT na hujiki match to objective sanadawa moina kill tana lairene jungle lokpan anada ni ma
like
yadraga di law
actually control the map with those shortcuts.
Let's load ni no. Tholo pe ai. Moina mating pang pe matau sta deva.
Restricting myself a little bit more, but then it's easy.
Let's load to ke
obviously they will go for the Kalea, as I mentioned. But currently the EVG going to pick their fourth pick here. It might be a roam pick or might be a mid lane pick. I believe they might go for that mid lane pick here. A Selena. I really love to see a Selena into the hand of Senju, but still, like, will he go for another time Novaria or a Valentina? What about the Valentina?
Valentina in the current scenarios of mid laner, she is kind of falling off in the mid lane, I would be saying, because she
เมียเซ
usually does work out,
ไป
but
หลอก
at
ก็ห
the
ลอกตัว
same
มาเล
time,
ย
she is just
ไป
like
โน่นหลอกกัน
what do you call it, handled upon the opponent's orgs here, as well as a lot of support from the team. It is necessary while you are facing Valentina. So a really high mastery, but
YSS
nonetheless,
lady.
we are talking about Shenzu. His mastery on the mid lane is at its finest here. But yeah, the side of team
Hero
EVT
Literal
that you're
there.
mentioning, it is going to be the roamer, the Hylos, which
มัน
you
แบบ
will
พูด
pick
เอาไว้
top.
ไฮโล
And
สุดสิ
Hylos is a really underrated roamer. I'll have to tell everyone here. Hylos is a really
ราว
underrated
ตาไป
roamer.
ฮีโร่
His
สิ
ring
เอ
of
งเลย
punishment, his glorious path, as well as the stun, it plays out a really crucial role whenever
ดา
you
ส
want
กิ
to
น
mark
ดาส
down
มัน
a player,
ไฮโล
whenever
ส
you
ไป
want to
เลย
mark down a role from your opponents here, you can just pop out the glorious path, make sure that the follower will not be there, and even if it causes your life here, maybe you will be able to take down the core laner, core role from your opponent's side here. So yes, Hylos is definitely a really strong pick here, but
ชิชิ
nonetheless,
จะหัน
it is
จั
going
น
to
ต้
be
อง
Godlike
ทำด้วย
at
สิค
this
ดี
side,
น้องมอย
where
นะ
will be on
ปี
towards
แล้
that
วแบบนี้
Gunivia combined with CC on towards the goal lane, maybe. Yeah, Fate is on towards that. Yep, goal lane. CC is there.
Romcom with the Lapu, 100% win rate,
ได้
his
เจ๊ปะ
comfort, and he's going against the
ไอ้
Esma
เดียด
or
พูดเหมือนต้อง
the
เดียด9
Yuzong right now, because there might be a change for the
ไกโน
side
ว่า
of
ชิชิจะ กันตัวแล้ว
team
โนตุ้มทำด้วยดิ
EVT, because
โน
at
วา
this
ต้องลุยนะ
point
ก็อีก
they
โนวา
might gonna
นี่น่าจะมี
swap
แบบ
it
ว่า
out between
Come on.
themselves.
What's
There
the matter?
might be
Yes,
Cory
for-
QT onto that
We do the-
Esmeralda, and
Yeah, I always
Crisis
know.
will be going for the Yuzong. Depending there as well, because Yuzong is
เห็นดู
as
ดิ
well as suitable into the goal,
มี
but
ซิโนวานั่นตันเลยเธอ
swapping it out, then
พัชชากับเราพัทยากันละ
vulnerable against the CT.
ประชาธิป
Once
ไตย
again, Senju with the
เดเลน
Novaria,
ตินา
they
ว่า
managed
ตัวมาเลย
somehow
โนวานะที่เพิ่น
push him to go for the
อาซิ
utility
มวย
mage,
กระโดดเป็นอัล
but
ตี
I'm
พัง
not
โดนมวย
happy
มิ
with
ง
the
วัน
pick.
ถ้วยจ้ะ
I mean, again, the zone will come up. Again, you're
Phang
gonna
Moy.
get those assists,
พัง
but still,
พังอันนี้เนี่ย10% เป็นอัลตีพี
damage
ตุ้มเท่าใน
output
ไดมอนด์ไพร
is
ส์พูล
what
จ้ะ
the main thing. You're the carrier. You're the carry of the
Tingnan mo
team,
sila,
and you're not going with
แล้วเมื่อ
those
เดี๋ยวหันหน้าแบบนี้อาร์มนี่นะหัน
additional
หน้า
picks,
มาชา
your
สปาส
OG
ลับไปนี่ก็
picks.
เป็นนี่
ยาวได้ยาวนี่ห้อย
Exactly, not
กัน
that
ว่า
we are talking
ว่ากันใน
about
ชั้น
it,
เจ้า
right?
วันนี้นะ
Kadita would have been a much better
ฟรี
option
กั
for
น
that
เลย
team
ไป
to
เลย
just
ต้องให้เลย
take down Gunivia, and in some scenarios,
sure.
when Fate is off guard with that brilliance activated, he can just go ahead, sweep it off with the rough wave. So yes, a Kadita would have been a
Party
much better
Chuck
option than
Lopez
going
on
for the Novaria here. But let's see what the side of Team EVT are cooking up, because this time they have again went in for the same
บุชุกมุยนะ
combo.
อาร์
What do we call it?
โนบายา
Combo
กับ
three
ไป
this
ชั้น
time.
ลึก
It
กู
is going
ตาย
to be the 4
ตาย
utility
อะ
mages
ดู
here,
มา
as
ละ
the
ตัว
Novaria is also somewhat of a utility mage
เม
here,
ส
but
เมสเช่เลย
her
จีเนี่ย
burst
ตัวก็
on
เม
the
สเลย
early
จีนี่สิละ
game, not
ไกล
early
ไป
game,
เลย
but the mid
กี่
lane
นี้เลย
does
โอ้
sustain a little
โอ้ย
bit,
วงเด้อ
but
กิม
มี
มี่
ว่าวันนี้ให้ลุ้น
this
โลก
is
สตา
the
อา
big
ชิเดกิมมี่
World
ฟิว
Cup
from both the
ได้
teams
ได้อา
here,
ชิเด
so
กิมมี่
it's
ต้อง
not
ฟิว
going
ภาย
to
ป้า
be
ย
a
นี่นั่ง
Novaria
ฉัน
who
นั่ง
will
ข
be
องละ
shining it out. Her, what do we call it? Her vision will be the only core
เด
thing
เลน
that
ตินา
will
ที่
be
อาร์
the key part for her, but
ตา
other
จะ
than
เอา
that,
เดี๋ยว
it
เฮโร่
is going
ฟิ
to
ว
be
ภาย
a
บูที่พาใจ
really
เนี่ย
unnecessary hero that will be picked off here, while on the
ล
other
ง
hand,
เลน
a
สวยไปนี่
Kadita
มีลามบ้า
would
พัง
have
เดอ
been a much
เฮโร่
better
ตัวนี้
option
มัน
with
ได้
the
ดี
rough
ไป
waves, as well as the ambushes that she can just play off during the objective fights here. Just imagine you're on towards
พา
the
สกิล
other
คิล
side
ลั
of
ม
the
มาพัด
board.
เราเซน
Oh
โท
wait,
กัน
I'm
เนี่ย
talking way too much. Ash, why don't you
ที่
go
วัน
ahead,
นี้
take
นะ
us to the land of
ก็
Dron?
ไลค์เต้ากับ
Ladies
ว่า
and
สิตัว
gentlemen,
ก็ไลค์
welcome
เต้าเลย
back
เนี่ย
to
ไป
the
ได้
land
เลย
of Dawn for
ไปเลย
game
เกม
number
นะ
2 between Team
กู
EVT
ตุ้มดูรา
versus
คาอย่างนั้นกันเลย
Godlike. Currently, the scenario is kind of tilting towards Godlike because they got the first lead into this BO3 series. Already that mid lane
กู
skirmish
ตุ้ม
being
สุ
going
ด
on
กับ
there.
ข้า
A lot of
งี้
damage being dished out onto Bid, and he needs to go back at this point. But look at Senju, he's playing safe at this moment. And in the meantime, Van Satoro rotating out to that lava golem and maybe gonna give some setups before he gonna accumulate that crit. Okay, the shots comes in. There is a drone.
พาจาระ
Proper
พาจาระ
drone
ดูดิ
coming
พาจา
in
ระ
and Van
มาตารา
really
คุม
took
เจ้า
out a
ชิระ
blood comes
มาตารา
across Bid. Went
Ide-
in with the rhythm of
อา
the
ตุชิ
moment
อา
and
ตุ
the
ชิ
flavor
พา
of
จาระ
HP. Madara
อู้
goes
ดี
down.
เนี่ย
What
โอ้โห
happened?
ได้โตว่ะ
Happen. Curry QT
Oh,
with the
why not?
rotation. Early rotation. Finds kill onto add. 2-man down. 0 casualties from EVT. Beautiful lead coming in with
พู
the
ดแบบ
lava
พูด
golem.
มีโลกกันได้เนี่ย
Okay, got
Exactly.
got into the hand though.
เอาเตะเอา
Oh,
เตะ
EXP
and the
จี
side of Team EV, see a really aggressive head start for them.
EXP
Two kill
mates,
already
losing
on
mates
towards their
kaya
hand,
ba?
as well as almost
Thailand
not
mates
running
siya
to the
maruhay
cover.
ko.
Lava Golem,
Sila,
but
logis
regardless of
dito.
that,
Pagkilaro
he still
ko.
got 2 kills on the hand,
Tama.
so that is going to be giving God
Ako
Speed a
Tama.
really head start.
ako
A
EXP
really
na
Kasi
good
sa
ako
mga
EXP
with
na
kanina,
rotate
getting
hala
that
din
genius
asi
wand
to
really
maruhay
early
to.
on. So yes, that is going to be the
EXP
side of
winning
Team
match matchup already only to contest the whole
actually played on towards the aggressive side, but Crisis might
Mid
be in trouble.
to depend
Counter
away.
is there, but Fade on towards the early game will not be ditching out of a lot of damage, but Godspeed is here with the Rhythm of Joy. With the
Don't try
electrifying
Nico,
greens,
don't
but
try Nico
Art
now.
might be in
Start let-
trouble as he does not have the AOG. But
Kasi
yes,
niya.
like we
Oh.
are speaking, it is going to be his death once again. So there's already straight off the bat even before the 2-minute mark. That is not going to be enough. But off screen onto was a bot lane. Corey Cutie will be caught off with that dimension, and with that, it is going to be the side of Team Godlike finally getting a kill, but not enough for now because it is going to be the side of Team Godlike who still want to go in for more as Bid takes down that kill with Romcom to support, but electrifying greens will be there to taunt it down for now as Romcom comes in with his twin blades. That's not enough as the big black dragon is coming in, but Corey Cutie enough as Van will be taken down because of the Shah Essence for the side of Team EVT. They are not planning to stop. No, it is going to be the side of Team Godlike that does not want to stop here as he almost as Fade almost
CC damage yo, we two. Zup 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 tum yo.
Madara will be forced on
Madara.
to neutralize as Bid does not have
Asige
enough
na
of
ba?
items to be
Edi
melting down that
fighter de di
Madara,
man tar
and with
pu
that
se
the
kan
side
na
of Team
ba.
Godlike finally
CC
taking the
base
redemption
na
arc, like you say, Ash.
Kai
Of
tau
course,
ya.
I mean, into the turtle side, there was a cross map play, you can say, because at the same time, Art goes down and somehow
DPS
managed to
kumna.
take out here.
Fighter le
And
me mata.
with that, they find the turtle as well, and there was a sliver of
Kill
HP
base
moment
or
for Godspeed, but somehow he managed to go back. But there you go, the special migration with the Valeric comes up as well. It will be a beautiful setup from the side of Godlike, and Bid will be giving out the final blow onto Madara, and Madara falls
Difficulty
down.
fazla sana
It
re
was more
mitta.
like a not a roamer game this time. The Romans are continuously getting down, even though it is Art, even though it is Madara from each of the side. At 4-3, the score is still the one lead onto the micro, and the goal lead slightly. I mean,
Yang
almost
siya
a
yang solal
300
lagi ni mo
goal
kali.
lead for the side of EVT, and
Madara niya sa leko
not
je.
gonna get
Ahum
out
ki
any time from their hand.
First match lo second match
Sleep
na
out from their
Ah,
hand as
game
well.
ko lang
But
ta.
into the emblem section, you can see like the tenacity with the festival of blood this time going bravest smite and the festival of blood into the hand of Lapu. So do the same setup has been done by the CC. They're really going for that spell bam hybrid kind of thing. But there you go, another special migration coming in with a burst from Bid, and it will be a pop down, taking down Madara for a killing
Pai ko na
spree.
round ta be roda.
Back into the match.
They are not planning to stop.
Hero like
They
the
are
Mali,
making
man.
sure that two kills that they gave on the early game will be taken down.
Tatlo.
Trouble, and with that Godspeed in
Azar every-
trouble, but that is
Amen.
going to
Nasa
be the
loob.
Cyclone Eye that will be saving himself.
Amoy,
But with
amoy.
that Dragon will
Like
be
how
here
it-
from Corey Cutie, but will it be enough?
Eh,
for Ash?
kayo
It is
dito dia.
going to be very
Five,
much
5-3
taken
nang re.
down, but it is not going to be
Azar
stopping
dito
that
dito.
as Art will
No
be
ba?
looking for
Second victory,
AOG
yeah.
at the wrong situation, but it's not going to be enough as patient.
Dito ka na
Will
login,
be there,
tuloy na.
but
Fazay
that's
niya.
not
Di
enough.
fazay.
Godspeed controls the
Objective,
turtle, but
objective,
the fight
objective.
still rages
Brother,
on,
brother,
and Corey
objective.
Cutie
Ko.
secures the triple
Yare
kill
kill
on his
jungle
hand,
sang
and with
wono
that,
objective
the
sana
side
ro.
of Team
Kailan
EVT
bro san
again
objective sana
secures
wena.
that lead.
Of course,
Objective sana ro
and
ko.
there
Ware
you go.
game
I
do.
mean,
Nuna mo nang maga.
ranking
Kana
is
daw
here,
objective na
Godspeed.
padok ko di.
Once again,
5 minute
solidifying
podi.
that
5 minute
ranking
podi
with the
kan ro
level
sana
8
jungle
mark.
de sana
Even
ga
though
ne
look at
jungle
Van,
sana
he's
be.
Boy ne
on the
adu
level
ngasay
7,
du
so
wani.
it's kind of
5 minutes
one
ko
level
kimi ari du go
ahead.
kan lo ko bo
And
ko lay na
that
timing do.
fight, that setup was literally
Ano
into
wala
the
na.
hand
Sana
of
no.
EVD at this moment. But like this
Hey,
team, Sacrishine, they
buwan
love to
tayo.
take the game into the late phase, and somehow they managed to turn it out into the late. And there you go, the zone properly coming in. It is the Yo-Yo Blaze clearing out the minion
Ay, ay,
waves from the
The-
top side.
Ay
In
na
the
do ka
meantime,
taret phang
there's a
ta
very
ro.
slow
Madara
rotation
sale,
from
Madara sale.
this time from the side of God. Like they're really waiting for a proper setup to come in because they got a Winnie into their hand. There you go. It will be the poison coming in, but Soju Crisis getting the zone out from the side of Godlike at this moment. And there you go, another curtain pod being used.
Yeah, me my
Oh,
ore
let's
objective
just mark
try daw.
Vesta down there.
The curtain calls definitely got wasted down there, but as they are not going to be clashing off right now, that's still far enough. But yeah, like we were talking, the Cyto team got like they have the map control
Godlike
on
ka na
with their hand
gusto
right now,
ni-
but they should not ignore Corey Cutie right now as he is on the 5-1-1 KDA and he needs to be shut down really,
Punya anak
really,
kawan.
what do you call really importantly, because the more he gets the snowballing, the more he will be able to dominate in this match. Like just look at him.
More
He has
thokano
the Fury
thokano.
hammer and instantly locked onto us that brute
Look
force
at it.
breastplate here, and with that he has gotten it down. He is going to be having those sustainability while his what do you call it, CC will be reduced
Amaze
a
all
little
over the
bit
map
while his
ocean
movement speed will be going more and more higher as he sustains,
Was
as
it?
he stays
TCM
longer
sana
for the
tali.
fights here. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, it is going to be Joy who is on towards the flame
Manao nga
retribution
TikTok
as
si
well
Manao
as the
no
genius
ba.
one. So that is
Ay no.
going to be a lethal combo that is usually used up to be even melting down the tankiness of the heroes here.
Yeah, team
But
fight
the
masama.
timing is already gone
Mama
to be
two.
on the level 10 mark here.
What's it
Wow.
okay no? Yedi şey de
Van
bu.
is not having
Herhalde
too
mi
much
la uğraşıyor
breathing
dedi.
time in the jungling right
Yes.
now. But nonetheless, though, Art will be
Betul,
taking shot and
Karena
Godlike
dia.
will just die here.
Sama aja.
But Art will be in a
Kadang
troublesome
mau tahu
situation
Houston
and
lagi.
Revitalize will be there.
Bisa orang cuma tumsang gini pada.
Making sure
Satu
that
orang
the fight
guna.
does not
Aduh,
last
halo.
longer for now as he is zoning them out, but not enough as Van.
Ini pada yo.
Goes in, secures the turtle, but the fight does not want to stop off for
Ini
now.
kan dia.
As it is going to
Sama-sama.
be the chaos that will make sure that the Madara will be melted down, but he survives for now. Rom come in a dead HP zone, but he will be surviving. He will be running back for now. And with that, the side of Team EVC, they have lost one of their members as well as the turtle. This fight was definitely on the hands of Team Godlike.
You know, like you went for the proper, I mean, safe kind of play
Itu
with that
no, itu dia sama
Varia,
saja,
but
Mbak.
at this point, contribution into the team fight also matter a little bit. And so how, I mean, that
Muy
fight
que no
which
sé.
just happened into the top side,
Godlike.
it could have been turned out.
Turtle
They
time
could
ये
have
मी
had
में सब याम
have,
की होने
a little bit, you know, damage output kind of
Basic
mid
games
laner.
and
But
you
at
know
this
the
moment, on the
Ani.
top side,
basic
there
for
is that
basic
1v1 skirmish going between these two people.
basic to ne akoi
Team
akoi
C,
bo
that goal
akoi bo
lead
struggle
is
to
still
basic
into
to
the hand of EVT. They are
follow
doing
to
good
on
with the
the
macro objective that is one tier onto the top into their hand as well. So it is somehow EVT.
Mungkin ai
I
tere la
mean, you
mid
know, like
mind kapten ring
somehow
light
they
mo
are
dito
like in the upper
lane
hand
tagi
stage
staff
at this point, and they might gonna win this game for the third game decider. Who knows? But there you go. The electrifying base comes up. Full man rotation being happening onto the top side, but into the bot lane, it is Van with Fate finds a tier for their side.
Sky
Exactly, and
Harpinen,
with
okay.
this, it is going to be the Sky Pierce completed for Bid and the Hunter Strike for Corey Q.
Fazare.
Oh, Spatial will be there,
Dale.
catching Shenzu as he will be taken down, but AOG was there for the follow-up, but that is going to be the escape skill that will be
Fazana
used
di
to go
shape
up.
sana
He will
zabane.
be isolated from the stake, but
Camper.
follow-up will be there from the side of Team Godlike there.
Camper da.
Yep. There is a fight
Mid
coming
boost
in.
lagadi
Once
sung
again, the
thuk tam
storm
ne
is
aba.
being happening there.
Sense
Electrifying
uzi.
bits comes up, but this time with the defense,
Mani
it
tama
will be
hati
Madara
eh.
falling down into the hand. Gone with the previous fighter coming in, but there you go.
Dure art
The
Guri
dure
do
wai.
ka ma
overextension
du le
might
mi no.
gonna check
Ho
him out
do
as
wa ai
well.
bo do wa.
It will be the joy. Godspeed giving out the final blow onto him, but this is the special migration comes up. And have the Valjikim to,
Hai joy shat ke na le chai ja.
boost it out there. Thought like
Mai
might
guni
not
shemi
gonna
ha
got to
kalle.
follow up, so it is a wise decision. I mean,
First
try
build
to
deme
get
san
the kill
ni.
when the Lord is here
Saat
into the
saat.
land of Dawn, and
Pero
so
ne shemi
somehow
an
Team Godlike once again
Keno
reclaimed themselves
mai
onto
sa
the
mai
90th
sa
mark. 7-8
motan
the score
motan du
was.
ma sare do ka.
Exactly. The side of Team Godlike,
Trade
they
note
are making
ka
sure that
kano ka.
they are slowly but
Kano
surely
ma na
covering
koto.
up all the
Magic ki.
mistakes that they have done in
Athena
the
sa ba
early
sang
game
koto.
here. And
Kasi macha do ma
on towards
sare.
the 9-minute mark,
Ma
if
sare do.
Holy Crystal is being
Masa
built
masa
on towards
ta.
Godspeed, he is definitely not going to be feeling that immense
No
amount of
squad
damage that
for
he
what
should
ito
have
namin.
been
Hoy,
faced
kano
off here,
tawag
because
rin. Yaw
usually we
hold rin,
see
hay
a Joy playing really aggressive and combining on towards the
Kano
kills
na
here.
hold rin.
But yeah, like we were
Kano
mentioning,
na
look at
tayo.
Fade. He is
Hale.
sustaining,
Ato
but
mo
will
yung
it be enough
punadre,
there?
masama sa
Essence
punabala.
will be there. Shenzu comes in, but no snipe for now, man. I was expecting for a great snipe there, Shenzu.
Like po daga.
It's fine, happens for
Po
some
ba.
reasons. But anyways,
Nate wifi niya
regardless of the
yata ba.
jokes here, it is going to be the side of Team God, like who are going to be a really beefy amount of fights here as Romcom goes in with the bravest fighter, but
Masih
it is
tharo ne
rather
madara
it is
na mai
a Horde
mathuno
who will
guni
be
chonga du
having a
ko.
ton of HP for himself, and he will not be taking
Ano,
any
madara.
damage here. But with that,
Marira kasi
it is
dalaga.
going to
Masama
be the
pa
side of
batu.
Team God, like having the map
Yeah.
control again on their
Yayo,
hands.
yayo,
After
yayo,
the
si
match
yayo.
that they once lost,
Asi lo
it
raga
is
yayo
back
ko
now. But
ko yayo.
Van, I mean, he is the jungler. He has the retribution. He won't be able to make up those
Nakapungawa.
spatial combo here.
Game
But
game lora.
regardless of that, he can still make sure
Ah,
that
Johnny.
Chance will be here as Madara will be caught off guard for only one situation. He was
Where are you?
there, but the
Ah,
side of
wala.
Team Dragon will be coming in for the
Kaya
follow-up.
global
Ang
si
nawa na
Rashi.
Zoe, yung Zoe
He
LT.
is lucky now.
As guy
He
lost to
has
kay
a
Axie
defensive
do no
item
ba.
on his
Asi
hand,
tama
and
na
with that,
mapal.
the side out Team Godlike secures one kill while facing no casualties, but a lot of resources being burned down.
Like
No
ka
was
le.
Of course, and
No
with
was
this,
yun ni
the
boost check
score
ton ge
might
porque
gonna
tawlo
change.
kan
It's
sang
that
ge de hui
1-1
turo.
lead, but still the goal lead just got shifted into the
Kanta
hand of
di
Godlike.
ba.
And before that,
Si Madara,
it looks
ang
like
hangin,
they
hay
might gonna take out
Man.
some kills and we'll go for the Lord here. Okay, the flicker baited there. Sinju goes into the back zone.
Kaya
And
ko
they
siya
have
hapta
got
Ludo.
Sinju
Ekran
easily
flicker
at
to
this
bre.
point.
Babu.
This is the
Lapu
power of the
flicker.
Bavaria. They're so slaggy
Shenju
with
flicker.
those
Flicker to.
you know
Ye
setups with those
kano phone bill
Siya
lora
cuma
kan.
saya tahu
Ato
and
phone bill tournament tayo ngo go
easily,
like
and
katar ko.
that was the reason last time the
Timer
KD
sa
was
man ju dro.
1-1-13.
Uy,
Just
ko'y
before
mayang
Rom
ama
Time
laharo
got
yan
down,
horn bill
that
sa
was the last
mali.
time as well, because once he got down, the game was off
Hadaro
as
na.
well.
Gorob dito
But
na
onto the mid
ula ano
side,
hay.
the wave coming in here, a little bit
Ula
of
ano hay, edi?
clearance being happening, but
Ay,
you're gonna see
don't
the
sumab
same
na
pressure
hirap.
is happening onto the bot side as
Don't
well.
swap.
But nobody's
Ah.
approaching the Lord yet.
Kay
Watching
So
game.
they might gonna go for that 12
ꯁꯦꯃꯤꯇ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟ ꯂꯩꯌꯦ ꯂꯋꯥꯏ ꯃꯆꯥꯗꯣ
ꯀꯥꯏꯗ ꯀꯩꯗ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟ ꯂꯩꯌꯦꯕ
ꯕꯦꯗꯃꯤꯟꯇꯟ ꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜꯒꯤ
ꯋꯥꯔꯤꯗꯤ
ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣꯕ
ꯌꯥꯝ
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣꯕ
ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯇꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ
ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
ꯔꯤꯀꯤꯗꯣ
ꯋꯥꯔꯤꯗꯤ
ꯕꯔꯁ ꯇꯥꯔꯦ
ꯔꯤꯚꯔꯁ ꯆꯠꯂꯦ ꯀꯥꯏ ꯌꯥꯎꯋꯦ
ꯃꯤ ꯄꯥꯏ
ꯍꯣꯟꯕꯤꯜꯇꯪ
ꯃꯤꯜꯛ
ꯍꯣꯟꯕꯤꯜ ꯗꯦꯠ 4ꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯅꯤ ꯗꯦꯠ 4ꯗ ꯂꯥꯏꯚ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯕꯨꯠ ꯀꯦꯝꯗꯤ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯗꯦꯠ 8ꯗꯒꯤ ꯗꯦꯠ
ꯁꯟꯖꯨ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯃꯨꯜꯂꯨꯁꯦ
ꯗꯦꯠ ꯆꯤꯡꯈꯩ ꯅꯪ ꯃꯌꯥꯡꯗꯣ ꯀꯥꯎꯊꯣꯛꯀꯣ ꯗꯦꯠ 8ꯇꯒꯤ ꯗꯦꯠ 8ꯀ 7 8 9 ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯒꯅꯤ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟ ꯑꯗꯩ 8ꯀ 9ꯒ ꯍꯣꯟꯕꯤꯜ 8ꯀ 9ꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ 11ꯗ
I
ꯂꯣꯏꯗꯣꯏꯕ
mean, Corey Cutie, though he is having a little trouble now as the game is progressing because he does not have the War X, definitely. So that is going to be a little bit of the troublesome scenarios that he will be having.
I know.
He will be forced to be facing off right now. But regardless of that, as the game progresses, he will be sustaining a lot of dishing damage that he will be having off. But it is going to be Bid who will eventually melt him down as he takes down a lot of skills. But as well as Shenzu taken down.
Yup. Senju got down.
ꯑꯋꯣ ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯂꯣꯛꯁꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯅꯦ
Once again, Bid is right now carrying out the game here. With that, the Lord approaching onto the top side. Might be on a slam, the second tier force down into the mid, a full exposure being happened into the mid side. And there you go, the fight comes out, the knockup happened, Godlike, it will be onto the Godlike pin. And there you go, it will be Senju. This time, he's getting trapped down. He'll be taken out as well, a double being happened onto Madara.
Yes, I'm sure.
Dragon comes up, Valor special migration comes in, 4 members straight away going onto the base, locking it out, and the win goes to the side of Sacrifice with a 2-0.
ꯃꯊꯪ EBTꯒ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯅꯣ ꯃꯊꯪ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯣ
Clinch upon the
ꯆꯞ
series
ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯕꯅꯤ
with this
EBTꯒ
clean
ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯅോ
sweep, and will be claiming that 3
Group
points
sweep
for the round robin stage points
ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ
table
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯁꯥ
at Mythic Showdown season 2.
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ
Oh man.
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯒꯣꯜ ꯂꯥꯏꯛꯀ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯨꯛ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯤꯞꯀꯤꯝꯒ
We saw the side of
ꯑꯗꯒꯤ
C.
ꯃꯊꯪꯗꯅ
EVC having
ꯗꯥꯀꯨ ꯁꯦꯅꯥꯒ RNTXꯀ
side on their hands. But
ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
as the game progressed,
ꯌꯦꯡꯕꯗꯅ ꯗꯥꯀꯨ ꯁꯦꯅꯥꯒ ꯒꯣꯜ ꯂꯥꯏꯛꯀ
Godlike here, which we know them for
ꯒ꯭ꯔꯨꯞꯁꯇꯤ ꯑꯅꯧꯕ ꯂꯩꯔꯕ
even
ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ
in the team fight they make sure that they
ꯃꯥꯅꯦ
don't let
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
any of the
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
members get
ꯀ꯭ꯔꯨꯛꯁꯦ
isolated.
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅꯦ
So
ꯖꯣꯁꯦꯐꯀꯤ
yes,
ꯍꯥꯟꯅ
that
ꯏꯁꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯠꯇꯨꯅꯦꯕ
eventually
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
made sure that
ꯇꯥꯇꯔꯦꯁ
ꯈꯪꯉꯦ
ꯁꯝꯃꯔ
Godlike secured that 3 points on
ꯑꯗꯨ
their
ꯃꯣꯏ
hands in the round
EXPꯒ
robin here.
ꯍꯥꯏꯄꯔꯒ ꯀꯅꯥ
And with
ꯄꯥꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯒꯦ
that, the side of team EVT,
EXP
they
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
definitely
ꯄꯥꯏꯗꯨꯗꯤ
played off a
27 ꯅ
really intense game on
Hyper
their
D.
own here.
Hyper D.
They played
Hyper D ꯈꯪꯗꯦ
incredibly.
ꯂꯣꯝ
They
ꯁꯣꯡꯋꯥ
played a really, what can we say,
ꯑꯣ
a
ꯕꯤꯖꯣꯒ
really
ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯣ
I am running out of words, to describe their
ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
gameplay here.
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ
But yeah, they
ꯑꯗꯨ
were
ꯁꯤꯜꯚꯤꯌꯥꯗꯨ
playing really
ꯍꯩꯍꯧꯗꯕꯅꯤꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ
amazingly here.
ꯍꯥꯏꯄꯔꯗ
But
ꯀꯩ ꯑꯗꯥꯏ
the
ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯣ
side
ꯕꯗꯔ
of team
ꯒꯦꯝ
Godlike here, they
ꯁꯣꯏꯕꯩꯅꯤ
eventually overwhelmed them
ꯍꯣꯏ
with
ꯃꯣꯏ
their
ꯑꯇꯩ ꯀꯅꯥꯝ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯦꯕ
domination with their
ꯃꯥꯗꯥꯔꯥꯗꯣ
disciplines
ꯈꯔ
here. But
ꯁꯣꯏꯔꯦꯕ
with
ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯕ
that, the player
ꯀꯛꯊꯠꯂꯦꯕ
of the
ꯃꯥ
match, it is
ꯃꯌꯥꯝ
going
ꯑꯃ
to be
ꯇꯥꯕꯒꯤ
Bid, the nonchalant mage.
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ ꯃꯥꯏ
With his
ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯕꯁꯦ
69,000 damage dealt with, damage taken
ꯋꯥꯔꯤꯗꯤ
'ꯆꯦꯟꯖꯨ ꯌꯥꯗꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ
49k, and
ꯇꯦꯡ
tower
ꯌꯥꯗꯕꯅꯤ
damage is going to be
ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄꯗ ꯊꯤꯗꯣꯛ
49,000 here. And with that, the side
ꯃꯣꯏ
of
ꯍꯦꯔꯣ
team
7
Godlike, just look at their stats, Ash.
ꯚꯤꯂꯦꯖ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯩ ꯑꯥꯔꯂꯤꯗ ꯀꯤꯜ ꯑꯅꯤ
In the
ꯀꯤꯜ
end,
ꯑꯅꯤꯔ
it
ꯑꯍꯨꯝ
was
ꯍꯥꯠꯂꯦ
Bid who just changed the
ꯃꯣꯏ
fact.
ꯃꯣꯏ
This
ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯝꯗꯥꯏꯅꯦ
team
ꯒꯦꯝꯗꯨꯕꯣ
kind of
ꯈꯤꯇꯪ
been
ꯈꯤꯇꯪ
going,
ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯃꯣꯜꯇꯦꯟꯅꯦ
for
ꯔꯦꯗꯤꯌꯟ
EVT
ꯑꯥꯔꯃꯔꯅꯦ
side with the micro lead, with those
ꯑꯁꯤꯗꯗ
kills
ꯑꯦꯅꯔꯖꯤꯅꯦ
setups, with those
ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
fights being won. It is Bid who change it out with the triple kill and then with
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ
the double
ꯁ꯭ꯀꯥꯏꯅꯦ
and a godlike
ꯁ꯭ꯀꯥꯏ
onto the
ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ ꯑꯥꯏꯇꯦꯝ
Madara.
ꯍꯥꯞꯆꯟꯕꯤꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
And
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
it was
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ
obviously, I mean, I
ꯒꯣꯏꯡ ꯋꯥꯟ
told you
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯒ
Senju once again with that vulnerable pick of the
ꯁ꯭ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯩ
War
ꯐꯥꯔꯁ
Wave
ꯃꯦꯠꯆꯇꯨꯗꯤ
0 to 6.
ꯐꯥꯔꯁ ꯃꯦꯠꯆꯇꯨꯗꯤ ꯐꯖꯔꯦꯅꯦ ꯑꯔꯣꯏꯕꯤ
ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯤ
ꯖꯨꯂꯤꯌꯁꯇ
ꯄꯥꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯕ
Explosive play.
ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ
His
ꯃꯦꯠꯆꯇꯗꯤ
aggressive
ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
kind of mid lane picks.
ꯃꯗꯥꯔꯥ ꯀꯞꯄꯦꯅꯦ
And
ꯕꯗ
straight
ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯅꯦ
away for the 2
30ꯅꯦ
games he went for
ꯀꯗꯥꯏꯗ
the Novaria. Okay, the second game he just got forced out to pick it out because all those options which could have been better in the mid lane taken out. He went for the Novaria, but what about the first game? I mean, it was not needed. The Novaria was not needed. But what can I say? Might be a strategy behind it, but this time the game doesn't proceed EXP and somehow into the mid as well.
ꯐꯥꯏꯚꯔꯁꯇ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯅ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅ ꯐꯪꯕ ꯖꯨꯖꯤꯟ ꯕꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯦꯅ ꯖꯨꯖꯤꯟ ꯕꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯌꯤꯞ ꯕꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯑꯦ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯌꯤꯞꯁꯦ ꯕꯤꯠꯀꯤ ꯀꯟꯐꯔꯠꯅꯦ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯕꯦꯟ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠ ꯕꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯁꯤꯜꯂꯥ ꯕꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯑꯦ ꯒꯣꯜ ꯂꯥꯏꯟꯗ ꯀꯩ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯛ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
I'm just gonna focus on to the drop phase.
ꯃꯦꯠꯆ ꯄꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯃꯦꯠꯆ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯒꯦꯕ ꯅꯣꯕꯥꯔꯤꯌꯥ ꯄꯥꯏꯗꯧꯕꯗ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯒꯦꯕ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯞ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯞ ꯕꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯣꯞ ꯕꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯈꯂꯤꯠ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯈꯂꯤꯠ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯥꯄꯨ ꯄꯥꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯂꯥꯄꯨ ꯄꯥꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
actives here, but
ꯂꯥꯄꯨ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯗ
there
ada Ismail ga Yuzong lo khale XP ni lo XP ga goleng lo khat kai da gato ga cha lo khat kai sida Ismail lauro dragon thado dragon pinning dre mo dragon pinning da bagi ani mo lo sale da gato ga cha lo re ko arda adagi sida bit na lunok to khale na sida kai na pa da joy lo khalani release ki joy lo khalani yo fajare sida shishi yung bet tau da bine ba shishi yung thado pine ba shishi nuai te hai khang khang pisan le wa ko to shishi di game tau dre sida penny ben tau re ba cha to rogi penny je one trick ne ba agi one trick da sana ya hai ba sana ne ben tau re dagi baksha tau re baksha tau je kai marang ni khang inti gil sona kan da pa ra baksha ben tau re ayau sa ben tau re ya re fajare joy pa ni joy ko ta ayau sa
Senju Bogarba.
Bada, ni one trick ni na ben tau khai ga du ni soi.
Dune ayau sa ben tau sale sida kalya ben tau re ko kalya ben tau re pick up sana sana lunok sida kalya ben tau ya lunok se purify bet tau kanam ne wa lunok se madara gi hero pul pipai ne wa madara gi hero pul ting gi hero pul yam pi e ba madara gi ting gi hero pul yam pi e adu khang bagi magi hero pul satore do baksha dagi bro kato lo bi gre kalya ben tau sangre jama adu halit ka kano na hila na mo na ben tau hero pul do sana re ba kano drop te dum sana gre ba kano si thado era Pagura Fasha di wani but I had ke maram do har ke
I really love to see Selena into the hand of Senju, but still.
Ai ka mai le yong ge pa ke sang je ai ha ge ba ke sang ni ne si the fate ani yau ja ke sang ni the fate ne art ne bit ne mo hum je et gi hum ne ba et gi si the wali je xp duna ke no na pa re legend na pa re hyper na saran mun na pa ne ba et gi ko ai ne et manipur gi mai moi lingam ba adu ka ngu ne ba adu legend pothagre aduga kano saramuna kano chakre da noktura da adagi moi humna ko na moi game sana tu raga ko na lak ne moi nong na chagat ne banjina kano impurity di romba prime eternity da
falling off in the mid lane, I would be
in
seeing
kai ge sat ne ko
usually does
Brand
go
prime
at the
internet
same
guys.
time. She
How
yawram
many
me
with two
what they call it,
brand yawram
depending
brother?
upon the opponent.
me impurity ba
From the teammate. What they call it,
Hoy,
Does
depending
like
upon the
Kale do
opponent's really high
Kaya na
level,
tro.
but nonetheless we are talking about Shenzo.
Prime
Nga.
Internet Prime Internet
Going here, but yeah, the side of team
Please.
EVT, like you were mentioning, it is
Hello, sa
something
college
that
sida
the high lows issue.
sida tiang ta lai trawa ba ina haini sida tiang ta lai trawa hello pa tiang wa hello pa ji tiang to ta lai trawa
No ne gato ki counter de khanjar pa jai ni ke darage
Mino dile.
ino lai ne to bo ge le
aduna hero pool la laktaba
Mino do ya adam ne lapu ke ka le.
ato ba tiang ge le ge kai lam dai no ban je kai lam dai no
Kaya sina.
kai ban je kai lam dai no
Meghalaya.
Meghalaya Tenju ju hero pool sau de comfort oina khana ngam ba ta mo hai sau re hero pool pm now ya dar
High lows is a
hero pool
really
sau
effective
lo ya
roamer, I'll have to tell everyone here.
ade boy kai shishi ga kai ga pai da goidi ga
Sisi ga guni ga pa ta hilo lo re sisi guni ga lo ko kre
Like, and this
sisi
goidi
guni
ni
lo ka le
ke like kali de ba de ko bari ba ga sai da
sida
ba
Kasi
ne
ngay kaya ito no.
date 4 hangchi chala ne tingai wena masem lak to date 5 ta ko nya ko ni de hayeng date 4 ticket ko nge na ai kai su cha to ni pula ko ko kya no tenju ju
Kaya sina kung kano na pamigo sina.
ma ismi pick khalli dri
mana biswari di kau kan na pami ba ga hajal
Kaya siyang sandro.
kana roi hui thu ama to khre
koi boy la ona tu na boy na
koi ba dai lai jing koi ba hoi ticket to kaksal ra kan da ticket kaksal kan da to e ga hai ra kwa le yam nuksi da di ba yang ga Ricky
adu slot to di kana da pi de ba
slot pi roi mi adu kan au khagam mo ha ba khoi to e do
ire
Kano ito ka rin eh. Yamado.
Yamadi mayam khangna to pani na
moi to ide khang di pick to
pik to e di kan au khagam mo ha ba
sida mi lai ja kano lai re Valentina lai ri ko Valentina lai re Novaria lai re adagi ke lai re adagi ke meta me ke lai game to changi ke game da ꯑꯩ ꯌꯨꯝ ꯉꯥꯎꯔꯦꯅꯦ ꯃꯦꯠꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯧꯈꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯚꯦꯂꯦꯟꯇꯤꯅꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯤꯅ ꯄꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯤ ꯁꯤꯗꯀꯣ ꯚꯦꯂꯦꯟꯇꯤꯅꯥꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯂꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ ꯀꯝꯐꯣꯔꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯦ ꯂꯨꯋꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯂꯨꯋꯤꯗꯤ ꯄꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯔꯣꯏ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄꯁꯦ ꯀꯤꯃꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯀꯒꯨꯔꯥ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯐꯥꯔꯁꯥ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯁꯦꯂꯤꯅꯥ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯂꯤꯂꯤꯌꯥꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯂꯤꯂꯤꯌꯥꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯀꯗꯤꯇꯥ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯐꯔꯥꯃꯤꯁ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯁꯤꯁꯤꯂꯤꯌꯟ ꯂꯩꯔꯤ ꯃꯦꯠꯁꯀꯤꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯄꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯕꯁꯦ ꯚꯦꯂꯦꯟꯇꯤꯅꯥ ꯄꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯅꯣꯕꯥꯔꯤꯌꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯅꯣꯕꯥꯔꯤꯌꯥ ꯄꯥꯏꯖꯕ ꯇꯣꯛꯑꯣ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ
ꯊꯣꯏ ꯑꯩ ꯌꯦꯡꯅꯤꯡꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯄꯦꯟ ꯑꯃꯅꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯣꯏ
ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯀꯅꯥ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯒꯦ ꯁꯤ ꯏꯕꯤꯇꯤ ꯃꯊꯪ
ꯒꯣꯜ ꯂꯥꯏꯛꯀ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯨꯛꯁꯔꯦꯛꯀꯝꯒ
ꯑꯁ ꯆꯥꯔꯅꯤꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ
ꯆꯥꯅꯤ
ꯆꯥꯔꯣꯏ
ꯒꯦꯝ
ꯂꯤꯡꯕꯅꯤ
ꯁꯥꯟꯁꯦ ꯀꯦꯂꯤ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯁꯥꯟꯁꯦ
ꯀꯦꯂꯤꯗꯤ ꯃꯤ ꯈꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯑꯩ
ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯣꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯗꯕ ꯇꯤꯝ ꯑꯃꯅ ꯂꯧꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯀꯦꯂꯤ ꯂꯧꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯈꯪꯉꯦ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯈꯪꯉꯦ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯟ ꯕꯥꯏꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯣꯏꯔꯥ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
ꯀꯦꯂꯤ
ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯟ ꯕꯥꯏꯗꯤ
ꯂꯧꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯔꯦꯡ ꯗꯥꯎꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯗꯣꯏꯔꯣ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟ ꯗꯥꯎꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯗꯣꯏꯔꯣ
ꯁꯤꯗ
ꯂꯥꯏꯗꯧ ꯇꯧꯕꯗ
ꯁꯤꯗ
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯛꯑꯅꯤꯅꯦ
ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯁꯦ
ꯀꯦꯂꯤꯁꯤꯗꯤ
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯅꯣꯕꯥꯔꯤꯌꯥ ꯄꯤꯛꯁꯦ ꯐꯖꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯅꯣꯕꯥꯔꯤꯌꯥ
ꯀꯩ
ꯄꯤꯛ
ꯀꯥꯏ
ꯌꯧꯕ
ꯅꯪ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯠ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯏꯜꯂꯅꯤꯕ
ꯑꯩ ꯕꯨꯁꯇꯤꯡ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯦꯅꯦ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯄꯥꯏ ꯑꯦꯀꯥꯎꯟ ꯃꯄꯨꯗꯣ ꯑꯦꯀꯥꯎꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯌꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯏꯟꯕꯤꯌꯣꯅ
ꯅꯪ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯨ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟꯗ ꯀꯧꯋꯦ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯉꯝꯕ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟꯗ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯔꯦꯡ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯌꯔꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯕ
ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯤ
ꯌꯥꯃꯥꯗꯣ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯊꯣꯛꯏꯗꯣ
2,000 ꯌꯧꯕꯗꯣ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯀꯥꯏ
ꯌꯥꯃꯥ ꯇꯣꯏꯗꯨꯅ ꯕꯗꯔ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯠꯁ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯌꯔꯗꯣ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝ ꯂꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯀꯩ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝꯅꯣ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯗꯣ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯃꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯨꯝꯕꯥꯏꯗꯩꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯩ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯁ ꯇꯤꯀꯦꯠꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯇꯥꯡꯉꯝꯒꯅꯤ ꯃꯨꯝꯕꯥꯏꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ
ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝ ꯂꯩꯕꯩ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯊꯋꯥꯏ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕꯩ
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯨꯝꯕ
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯊꯋꯥꯏ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕꯩ
ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯍꯔꯌꯥꯅꯥꯗꯩ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯍꯔꯌꯥꯅꯥ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯃꯥꯁꯦ
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ
ꯀꯛꯆꯤꯡꯈꯩꯁꯦ
ꯃꯥꯅꯦ ꯍꯔꯤꯌꯥꯅꯥꯗꯩ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯛꯇꯣꯏꯅꯦ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛꯑꯒꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ
ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯤ
ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯊꯥꯗꯕꯤꯅꯦ ꯆꯠꯇꯣꯏꯁꯦꯀꯣ
ꯅꯩꯕꯩ ꯆꯥꯡꯁꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣꯗꯅ
ꯐꯤꯞ ꯁꯦꯝ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝ ꯊꯥꯗꯕꯤꯅꯦ ꯆꯠꯇꯣꯏꯁꯦ
ꯑꯩꯅꯤꯅꯦ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏ ꯅꯩꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯣꯏꯕꯅꯤꯅꯦ ꯆꯠꯇꯣꯏꯁꯦ
ꯅꯩꯕꯩ ꯆꯥꯡꯁꯦ
ꯚꯥꯏꯔꯦꯜ
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣꯗꯅ
ꯂꯩꯗꯣ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯚꯥꯏꯔꯦꯜ ꯂꯩꯗꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯥꯔꯂꯤꯗ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯤ ꯐꯖꯩꯑꯕ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯠꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯊꯤ ꯐꯖꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ
ꯀꯥꯏ ꯅꯪ ꯀꯣꯏ ꯆꯠꯂꯒ ꯁꯨꯄꯔ ꯀꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯇꯥꯏꯞꯇ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯂꯛꯇꯣꯏꯔꯣ
ꯌꯥꯃꯥꯗ꯭ꯔ ꯃꯥꯕꯨ
ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯂꯛꯑꯔꯣꯏꯍꯦ ꯃꯥꯒꯗꯤ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯔꯔꯣꯏ
ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯎ
ꯃꯥꯏ ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯅꯦ
ꯐꯃꯨꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯂꯛꯄꯗꯣ
ꯃꯥꯏ ꯅꯨꯄꯤꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯕ ꯁꯛꯊꯨꯗꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯃꯊꯥ ꯁꯥꯗꯣꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯨꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯀꯦꯞꯇꯨꯁꯨ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯈꯞꯇꯨꯅ
ꯑꯦ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯀꯥꯏ
ꯍꯥꯎ
ꯅꯣꯏ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯗꯨ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯤꯝ ꯍꯪ ꯂꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯛꯇꯣ
ꯀꯅꯥꯗ ꯍꯪꯉꯛꯏꯅꯣ
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦꯔꯣ ꯉꯔꯥꯡꯒꯤ ꯍꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ
ꯍꯪꯅꯤ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯅ
ꯅꯣꯏ ꯄꯤꯛ ꯀꯥꯏꯔꯕꯕ
ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯦꯍꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯖꯪꯒꯂꯔ ꯑꯅꯧꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯞꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤ
ꯀꯥꯏ ꯊꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯅꯦ ꯉꯔꯥꯡ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯕꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ 5 ꯇꯧꯁꯦ ꯕꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯀꯌꯥꯅꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯒꯦꯝ 5 ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯁꯦ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯒꯦꯝ 3 ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯥꯈꯤꯕꯅꯦ ꯋꯥꯆꯦꯞꯇ
ꯑꯩꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯊꯥꯏꯔꯣ
ꯋꯥꯆꯦꯞꯇ
ꯀꯌꯥꯔꯛ ꯄꯣꯔ ꯇꯣꯛꯈꯤ
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨ ꯐꯣꯇꯣꯗꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨ
ꯊꯋꯥꯏ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕꯅꯦ ꯃꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝ ꯂꯩꯒ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯇꯧꯋꯦꯒ ꯑꯗꯩ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯝꯗꯥꯏꯗ ꯈꯔ ꯇꯨꯝꯈꯤꯅꯤ
ꯇꯨꯝꯕꯩ ꯋꯥꯗꯤ ꯉꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯖꯦꯅꯤ ꯅꯝꯕꯔ 1
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯌꯨꯝꯊꯪꯅꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯐꯣꯟ ꯇꯧꯅꯩꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯥ ꯇꯨꯝꯈꯤꯗꯅ ꯁꯛꯊꯨꯗꯣ
ꯅꯪꯅ ꯊꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯅꯥꯔꯦ
ꯑꯩꯅ ꯍꯧꯒꯠꯂꯛꯏꯅ ꯍꯨꯏꯁꯨ ꯄꯦꯅꯥꯜꯇꯤ ꯆꯥꯔꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯍꯧꯒꯠꯂꯛꯑꯦ ꯑꯃꯗꯨꯁꯨ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯀꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯆꯩꯗꯤ
ꯕꯦꯔꯥꯅꯤꯅꯦ ꯇꯨꯝꯒꯤꯕ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯁꯦ ꯂꯩꯈꯠꯂꯦꯀꯣ
ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯄꯨꯈꯝ ꯄꯔꯦꯡ ꯂꯦꯡꯉꯦꯅꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯁꯤꯗꯤ
ꯀꯦꯟꯖꯨꯁꯤ ꯃꯥꯏ ꯁ꯭ꯅꯥꯏꯞꯁꯦ ꯀꯤꯜ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯍꯨꯏꯊꯨꯁꯦ
ꯀꯥꯏꯁꯤꯅ ꯏꯁꯄꯤꯁꯦꯜ ꯒꯦꯁꯅꯦ ꯍꯣꯔꯟꯕꯤꯜꯗ ꯍꯥ
ꯀꯩ ꯏꯁꯄꯦꯁꯦꯜ ꯒꯦꯁꯇꯣ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯨ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ ꯏꯕꯨꯡꯉꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣꯏ ꯍꯣꯔꯟꯕꯤꯜꯒ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯀꯣꯏꯕ ꯆꯠꯀꯦ ꯀꯣꯏꯕ ꯆꯠꯀꯦ ꯏꯕꯨꯡꯉꯣ
ꯃꯖꯥ
ꯀꯔꯤ
ꯇꯧꯒꯦ
ꯍꯣꯔꯟꯕꯤꯜ ꯍꯣꯏ
ꯃꯖꯥ ꯇꯧꯒꯦ
Exactly. The side of Team Godlike, they
มา
are
หันดัก
at
สังกา
2
ตะกี้
kill lead as well as
มิด
1
ขนาด
kill
เลย
lead on
เจ
their
ตัส
hands
มิด
with
ข
เอ
นาด
เลี
เลย ย
objective
กาย
definitely
ที่
on
สังกา
our
กี่ตัวเลยนะไม่
side,
ต่อ
knowing that
ข้างนี้
Van
ข้างนี้
is
โอ้
a level
เกวิ
ahead
นกี่ได้
of
แต่
God's
เกิดอะไร
Speed
ที่ท่ากัน
here.
แล้วกูต่อ
It all depends on
รุ
how
ม
the
ได้
game
ท่ากันแล้ว
just
กูต่อ
goes right now, but
ซี
Mother
กู
Art
เหมือน
tries
นิ่ง
to
ต่อ
read
ละ
it. 1v2 scenario, will it be enough
ที่
though?
พั
But
ฒ
no
นา
reason
อยาก
goes
ที่
in.
พัฒนา
Van
เกม
tries
เนี่ย
to
มวย
take
พูด
him
ตัวอยู่
down,
ไป
and
พูด
with
ตัว
that
เวลา
God's
ไม่
Speed
ได้
will
นะ
take the turtle as well as the fight still goes on. Fate does not want to let
Yang
Mother go,
kami
but the
naman
relic
ako
will be there as God's Speed takes down Bait on the backline with
พัฒนาเกม
มึ
นี่
ง
พู
หั
ด
น
ตัว
จะ
เวลา
โซลได้ตู่จิโร่จะปูกี่ได้เนี่ยมึงหันจ้ะ
has
อืม
gotten upper hand
เขาเรียก
on
ว่า
their hand
โอ๊ต
now. The
เขา
kill,
เรียกว่า
the
โอ๊ต
goal
กิน
lead
น้
that they had lost is once again on their hands.
Of course,
กระดาษ
and
เช่า
you
ถึ
can
ง
see
จะ
the
ให้เรา
level
ตา
ranking.
จีเดียดิ
Godspeed is already in 6.
ไอ้
Ron
มา
come
ตารา
on to
เป็น
6
ยู
with Van.
ยา
He's
เป็น
also
ยู
onto 6
ยาแต่
level as well, but he
ยา
got
แต่
the
ในไม่
turtle
หนู
into
ว่า
his
ได้
hand,
ปาน
and
แล้ว
now
อะ
the lethal fight will be
ำ
going
พราย
on.
พรายติน
It
ที่
will
กี่
be
บ้านนั่น
easy
ไหน
for,
กี่รา
for the side of Godlike Van. But you know, I feel it
บาร์บี
is
ตอน
the
นี้ที่
main
เรา
team
ใช้กี่วันเนี่ย
who are
ทีม
right
เนี่ย
now
Impurity
forcing out a lot of fights here. They need to hold it up.
si
Because you
tingkul
know,
ga
like,
libas ka
you
lip
cannot
gaming
give
ga
out those
tim thada
goals
ni
to the side
tingkul
of
sa
Godlike
kyo
at this moment. Because
ฉา
whenever
ว
they
นี่กู
got
คุณ
the
มาเจ้า
goal,
เขา
they got the
โมบาย
early
ยิง
game
กี่
spike.
หลัก
They
ฐาน
really, I mean,
si
showed their
nang
กูคุณมาจ้างไง
aggression.
เนี่ย
And you don't
nang
want
sob
the
sal
full
liraba
aggression
mo
to
yum da
come
talay
in.
zagi
เดี๋ยว
yawong
กู
izagi
กู
na
คุณมาเจ้ากูคุณมาเจ้าตุ้ม
Literally
เท้าเนี่ย
disastering or literally
nang yeng jal
changing
lay
you a
rawa
lot, hampering you a lot.
สิ
tu
สิน
sal
เก
lirawa
ย์
ke
นี่ก็
Range coming
กู
in
ก็ดิ
from
สิ
the
สิน
side
เก
of
ย์นี่ก็
Godlike.
กู
It
คุณ
will
มา
be
เจ้าตัว
just a poke from
Siapa?
the side of GL.
โมบายยิงกี่เท้าเนี่ยว่ะ
Okay, the
เอา
zone
ตัว
comes
ลา
in
ซึม
there.
บิวกูสิ
Puncture
สิน
with
เก
the
ย์
drone
นี่
rose
ฮะ
comes up. Phantom
กูคุณมา
execution
เจ้าตัว
used. Godspeed with this hand.
ai ko kuli
Also
masane mobile ni sanay ga
the
thai raw
puncture once again coming
นั่ง
in
เย
from
อะ
the
ก็
เดี๋ยว
ได้
side.
เนี่ย
There
เอา
will
อี
ต่าง
ก
be
คนเลย
เลย
เกม
misses.
ยิงไกล
And
เท้า
Fate
เนี่ย
will be down with the help of the Abyssal Strike, and it will be going going in with the blood. Oh, and Arturia falls down. RWM follow-up happened. Stop for Moon comes in.
SSM kang
Rogue comes
puwang
goes
ngam
in,
na
but
di
Dara
EVT
falls down.
araw
Slate
na
happened
loya
there.
ni
Now he's dancing onto two people.
vale
Will
do
not be
top
claiming any
4
more
para
casualties for the side.
top
Phantom
4
execution comes up.
para
Wait for the flick.
Wait, Canon.
Outplay comes
para
from the side of
tadoy
Godspeed.
ni
Solo
EVT
kill happen. Monoshock release with the
Devi
slate of blood.
kana
Doesn't
pairi ge
matter. It will not gonna catch
Devi
up
to kanan
Godspeed at
pairi
this
ge
moment.
kai
It's
ไอ้
Godspeed
นี่ไงเนาะ
who is right now gapping
kai sa pai
Godlike.
Right. Oh man, that was iconic.
mo
But
je play wa
anyways,
lang ni ne
like we know, right?
mo je play wa li ne ngarang ngarang di ye paprano sa sem ge
ยังจะน้อยให้เราเนี่ยน้อยโรเตชันซิ่งด้วยให้เราเนี่ยไอ้เกมสารสารตาไง
Down for the game number 2.
ni
Heavy,
ngarang gi drama dam ni nai do
NOC knocks
KBS
away
muthat na bo do
esports. Here
keno
we
ga
are. The junglers are taking out
radium
their
ga
aggro. It's
keno
me,
ga
your boy,
kaal
SSD,
ga
joining with
game
Shiryu to cast this game out and to
Made
entertain
out
you
ni.
all with the beautiful commentary.
Just be about the rotation in terms of the map. This will be a flying cloud, but again,
What
playing
is it?
Timmy against Apex, but he's taking a ton of damage. Should be okay, but oh, here comes Jay.
Quad Shadow connected. Rookie Shadow
Ini
comes
yung
up.
pale,
It will be the
Viking.
first blood. He came, he saw, he conquered. This is
Igo
what
dala yan, manaw,
Apex do
pale.
in the early game with the Hilda.
Wanted EXP laner does not have the level 4 while the turtle has spawned, and Sarar Moon already starting it up here.
I mean, Serrar going against Anti and Asuna, his previous members. Okay, the burst comes up with the rock waves. It will be a start from the side of IQS and UL, but look at the taunts coming in with Anti goes in.
Kelly.
Elise เมโกยังวางด้วยเอลิสอะเอลิสเพลเยอร์จริง
But Anti will be giving out the final blow on to Faden, and with this, they need to retaliate back, but no retaliation will be there. Oh my goodness, Radium with the rotation. Rhapsody comes up, the shots connected, and he will be taking out another one as well. 3 onto the micro, and macro is coming as
Falling
well.
so far, but again, the skills have been used. But oh, Sarar Moon gets a shadow kill. He will get out. Oh, nah, man. Wait, he survived. What?
He survived somehow. He survived there, but onto the main. I don't feel Faden will survive. It will be Asuna will be getting the kill, but look at that. It will be Kyle as well.
Your Ash.
Yep. He's getting cornered, and he will be getting chunked as well. Radium got the
Damn.
final blow and added something onto his stack of Sky Piercer as well. But look at that. The blood off comes
Not
in,
done
and,
yet.
and Timmy is getting cornered. His cooldown onto his glorious pathway will not gonna let him go back.
Wait,
But look at that double kill with that Death Sonata comes up connected onto the way, and Faden falls down.
Failed by the side, or stopped by the side of team IQS duel. Once again, a fight.
pa sa do
Oh,
ho
yeah,
sa
but
thâu
look
ya
at that. It will be the British Fire coming in with the Ruins of Blood, but it will be a glorious pathway popping over there. Anti falls down. Zeho as well. Double kill for Kimmy. Monster comes
yo
up by
mom
Radium, and there you go. The rock waves comes in
another
as
yo
well.
mom minay oy chakre ne
Rhapsody's damage taking
Ino
out the
ko
double onto
kaya
Kyle.
ko ba
Triple
ลูกค้าเข่งว่ะ
Yellowstone ผมก็สกายบาย
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯌꯦꯜꯂꯣꯁꯇꯣꯟ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯄꯤꯛꯅꯤ ꯃꯃꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯌꯦꯜꯂꯣꯁꯇꯣꯟꯅꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨꯕꯨ
ꯀꯥꯏ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯒꯦ ꯄꯤꯔꯨꯅꯨ
ꯈꯪꯗꯦꯉꯣ
ꯃꯌꯥꯡꯗ ꯄꯤꯔꯨꯅꯨꯀꯣ
ꯄꯤꯔꯣꯏ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯧꯁꯜꯂꯣ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯖ ꯐꯨꯜ ꯃꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦꯕ ꯄꯨꯁꯜꯂꯒ ꯗꯦꯠ 1ꯗ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯀꯦꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ
ꯀꯅꯥꯅ
ꯍꯣꯏꯔꯣꯡ ꯀꯦꯕꯤꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯗꯣ ꯁꯛꯊꯨꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯥꯖꯔꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯃꯥꯡꯗꯧ ꯃꯥꯟꯖꯜꯂꯛꯑꯦ ꯏꯁꯥꯅ
ꯂꯨꯄꯥ ꯀꯌꯥꯅꯣ
2,200 ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯅꯦ ꯀꯥꯟꯅꯗꯕ ꯀꯣꯁꯇꯨꯗ 100 ꯑꯃ ꯄꯤꯌꯣꯒ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂ 2,000 ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯦ ꯀꯣꯁꯀ ꯅꯦꯛꯇꯅ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯍꯩꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯅ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯄꯥꯝꯃꯨꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯅꯦꯅ ꯍꯨꯏꯊꯨ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯃꯗ ꯀꯩ ꯂꯨꯄꯥ ꯀꯌꯥ 1,500 ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯂꯧꯕꯁꯦ ꯐꯤꯂꯤꯄꯤꯟꯁꯀꯤ ꯀꯣꯁꯅꯦ
ꯁꯥꯗꯧ ꯌꯥꯅꯕ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯅꯦꯃꯤ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯩ ꯀꯣꯛꯁꯅꯣ
ꯑꯗ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯐꯇꯨꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯛꯏ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯃꯣꯁꯀꯣ ꯄꯥꯏꯌꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯒꯠꯂꯛꯏ ꯁꯤ ꯃꯦꯇꯥꯁꯤꯗ
ꯃꯗꯔꯥꯗꯅ ꯑꯥꯔꯠ ꯎꯕꯗ ꯈꯔ ꯀꯤꯕꯩ ꯋꯥꯅꯤ
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯒꯣꯠꯂꯥꯏ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯕꯨꯠ ꯀꯦꯝ ꯂꯩꯔꯣꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ
ꯂꯩꯇꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
ꯑꯗꯣ ꯂꯩꯇꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯇꯨꯌꯦꯜꯞ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯅꯕ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯇꯝꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯇꯝꯗꯕ ꯃꯤꯔꯦꯝ ꯈꯔꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯂꯥꯏꯔꯤꯛ ꯇꯝꯕ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯕꯤꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯒꯗꯧ ꯃꯥꯟꯗꯦ ꯈꯔ ꯇꯞꯅ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯦꯃꯤꯁꯇꯔ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯔ ꯂꯩꯒꯗꯧ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯦ ꯐꯤꯗꯦꯟ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯎꯏ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤꯗꯨꯕꯣ ꯅꯩꯔꯦꯍꯦ ꯅꯝꯕꯔ 1 ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯐꯤꯗꯦꯟ ꯄꯣꯅꯕ ꯀꯣꯆ ꯃꯥꯅꯤ ꯀꯣꯆꯇꯤ ꯂꯨꯄꯥ 100 ꯌꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯄꯣꯅꯕ ꯀꯣꯆ
ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯕꯨꯠ ꯀꯦꯝꯗ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯖꯣꯅꯥꯊꯟ ꯀꯩꯀꯥ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯃꯅꯤ
ꯂꯩꯇꯗꯤ
ꯑꯦꯁ
ꯒꯤꯁꯦ ꯅꯪ ꯀꯜꯂꯛꯏꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯁꯨ ꯀꯜꯂꯛꯏꯅꯦ
ꯅꯪ ꯂꯨꯍꯣꯡꯉꯨ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯈꯥꯏꯗꯧ
ꯚꯤꯋꯔꯗꯤ ꯂꯧꯈꯠ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯀꯣꯆ ꯍꯣꯏ
ꯀꯣꯁ
ꯏꯕꯨꯡꯉꯣ
ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ ꯀꯣꯆꯇꯣ ꯂꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯀꯣꯆꯇꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯤꯔꯒꯦ ꯄꯩꯁꯥꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯑꯣꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯗꯣ ꯐꯤꯂꯤꯄꯤꯟꯁꯅꯦꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗꯀꯣ ꯈꯔ ꯍꯩꯔꯝꯃꯅꯤ ꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯈꯜꯂꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯌꯥꯡ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯦ
ꯀꯦꯂꯤꯗ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂꯛꯑꯣ ꯀꯦꯂꯤꯗꯤ ꯀꯤꯁ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯥꯝꯕꯅꯦ ꯐꯖꯔꯦ ꯂꯤꯗꯦꯡ ꯍꯥꯠꯂꯝꯃꯅꯤ ꯕꯔ ꯅꯪ ꯁꯦ ꯀ꯭ꯌꯨꯕꯤ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯦ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅꯦ ꯀ꯭ꯌꯨꯕꯤ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯦ ꯑꯁ ꯀꯥꯟꯗꯦ ꯇꯤꯝꯁꯦ ꯃꯨꯊꯠꯂꯒꯀꯣ ꯒꯦꯝꯁꯦ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯅ ꯐꯔꯦ ꯇꯤꯝ ꯄꯨꯡ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯩꯅꯣ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ
ꯅꯣꯏ ꯁꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ ꯂꯩꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯉꯁꯤ
8:30 ꯂꯩ
ꯀꯅꯥꯒ ꯀꯅꯥꯒ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯅꯣ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯈꯪꯗꯤ ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ ꯈꯪꯗꯤ ओए जेनी मादर चोद किसके साथ आइसक्रीम ओए जेनी किसके साथ आइसक्रीम भोसड़ी के
कोई ना कोई है भाई
हाँ
कोई ना कोई है जानते नहीं हो शायद
कौन सा स्क्वाड है ये?
उसका है वो
कहाँ से उठा के लाया
मीजो लोग है वो मीजो लोग
और 10 में कौन सा स्क्वाड
10 पे मुंबई है मुंबई
बाय
प्लेयर्स
बाय
है
आई डोंट वांट टू प्ले मुंबई सर्वर बाय
खेलना ही पड़ेगा भाई
let
बाद
them
में
play at Bengal
चल
why no say that we don't know any code for Mumbai
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯣ ꯇꯧꯅꯦ ꯚꯨꯇꯥꯟ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯗꯣ ꯇꯧꯅꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯦꯀ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯋꯥꯡꯉꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯦ
ISIS paradise ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ
ꯈꯪ ꯖꯦꯝꯁꯣ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯀꯩꯀꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯒꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯅꯦ ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯟ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ
ꯍꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯖꯝꯐꯨꯗꯗꯤ ꯊꯨꯟꯗ ꯋꯥꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯃꯥꯏ ꯇꯤꯝꯗꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯖꯝꯁꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯍꯨꯏꯊꯨ
ꯈꯪꯉꯦꯃꯦ ꯅꯪ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯣ
ꯑꯣꯅꯤꯛꯁ
ISIS paradise ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ
ꯖꯦꯝꯁꯣ ꯑꯥꯏ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯃꯣꯏꯍꯦ ꯑꯥꯔ ꯀꯦ ꯑꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯒꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦ
ꯑꯣꯅꯤꯛꯁ ꯏꯁꯄꯣꯔꯠꯇꯣ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯑꯥꯔ ꯀꯦ ꯍꯟꯗꯛ ꯑꯦꯁꯤꯌꯥꯟ ꯒꯦꯝꯁꯇ ꯊꯣꯛꯀꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯗꯣ ꯑꯃ ꯕꯪꯒ꯭ꯂꯥꯗꯦꯁ ꯅꯦꯄꯥꯜꯒ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯗꯣ
True international ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ True international
ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯅꯤ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟꯒ ꯌꯦꯡꯗꯦ ꯑꯩ
ꯑꯗꯣ ꯕꯪꯒ꯭ꯂꯥꯗꯦꯁꯀꯤ ꯇꯤꯝꯗꯣ ꯅꯍꯥꯟ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒ ꯇꯧꯋꯦꯕ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯆꯠꯂꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯜꯂꯦ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯑꯃ
ꯕꯪꯒ꯭ꯂꯥꯗꯦꯁꯀꯤ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯣ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯅꯍꯥꯟ ꯄꯣꯔꯛꯄꯗꯣ ꯀꯔꯤꯕ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠ ꯑꯦꯗꯚꯥꯟꯇꯦꯖꯇꯣ
ꯑꯣ
ꯁꯥꯏꯞꯇꯣ ꯁꯥꯏꯞ
ꯁꯥꯏꯐꯇꯣ
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯁꯥꯏꯞ ꯏꯁꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯗꯇꯣ 1-1 ꯉꯝꯅꯔ ꯃꯥ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠꯇꯤ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯛꯇꯦ ꯖꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯛꯑꯦ ꯖꯣꯏꯒ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯛꯄ ꯀꯥꯎꯔꯦ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯛꯄ
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯑꯦꯝ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯀꯩꯝ ꯇꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯣ
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯥꯜꯗ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯍꯜꯂꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯥꯜ ꯀꯩꯝ ꯇꯧꯗꯦ
ꯕꯪꯒ꯭ꯂꯥꯗꯦꯁꯀꯤ ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯥꯜ ꯀꯩꯝ ꯇꯧꯗꯕꯅꯤ
ꯇꯧꯗꯦꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯦ ꯁꯥꯏꯐꯇꯣ ꯃꯨꯝꯕꯥꯏꯐꯥꯎ ꯀꯩꯝ ꯇꯧꯗꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯗꯤ
ꯅꯦꯄꯥꯜ ꯅꯦꯄꯥꯜꯒꯤ
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯥꯜ
ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ
ꯁꯔꯚꯔ
ꯁꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯝꯗꯣ ꯃꯥ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠ ꯄꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯄꯥꯏꯈꯤꯕꯅꯤꯗ ꯅꯣꯏꯕ
ꯄꯥꯏꯗꯦꯗ ꯑꯃ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯄꯣꯕꯗꯨꯅ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯖꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯣꯛꯑꯦꯕ
ꯄꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠ ꯋꯥꯟ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯛꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯥꯈꯤꯕ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ
ꯈꯪꯗꯦ
ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠ ꯀꯥꯏꯅꯗꯤ
ꯀꯥꯎ
ꯐꯖꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯛꯇꯕ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯛꯈꯤꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣꯠ ꯋꯥꯟ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯛꯅꯦꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯏꯁꯀꯤꯜ ꯒꯦꯞ ꯆꯥꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯈꯤꯕꯅꯦꯕ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯍꯦ ꯃꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯕꯨꯁꯇꯤꯡ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯩ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯩꯅꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
ꯕꯪꯒ꯭ꯂꯥꯗꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯕꯗ ꯄꯨꯔꯝꯕꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯑꯦꯁꯇꯣ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯐꯥꯏꯅꯦꯜ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯑꯦꯁꯅ ꯂꯧꯒꯗꯤ ꯇꯨ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯐꯥꯏꯞ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯣ ꯄꯣꯍꯧꯔꯕꯅꯤ ꯁꯦꯃꯤ ꯐꯥꯏꯅꯦꯜꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯚꯨꯇꯥꯟ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯗꯨꯒ ꯐꯥꯏꯅꯦꯜ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯒ ꯑꯃꯨꯔꯛ ꯁꯦꯀꯦꯟ ꯁꯥꯏꯟ ꯑꯃꯨꯔꯛꯄꯨ ꯐꯨ ꯉꯝꯗꯕꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯈꯤ
And he has to say goodbye. The praises strat drop down onto the mid lane. The taunt to connects onto the same base.
ꯚꯨꯇꯥꯟ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯋꯤꯡ ꯈꯣꯏꯗꯣ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯃꯅꯤ
To take
ꯃꯥ
him
ꯋꯤꯡ ꯈꯣꯏꯗꯣ
to
ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯒꯅꯤ
his death.
ꯑꯁ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ
ꯃꯥꯅꯦ ꯃꯥꯅꯦ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒꯤ ꯇꯤꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯜꯇꯤꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯒꯣꯠꯁꯦ
ꯋꯤꯡꯇꯣ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯋꯤꯡꯇꯣ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯖꯝꯁꯨꯒ ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯗꯨꯕꯣ
ꯈꯪꯗꯦꯗ
ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯋꯤꯡ ꯇꯨꯅꯦ ꯑꯥꯔ ꯇꯤ ꯀꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯔꯥꯏꯁ ꯇꯨ
ꯀꯦꯑꯣꯗꯣ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯝ
ꯑꯥꯔ
ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ
ꯀꯦ ꯑꯣ ꯑꯥꯔ ꯀꯦ ꯑꯣ ꯖꯝꯁꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯨꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯦꯀ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯋꯥꯡꯉꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯒꯨꯝ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦ
ꯑꯣ ꯖꯦꯝꯁꯇꯣ ꯖꯦꯝꯁꯇꯣ
ꯑꯥ
ꯖꯦꯝꯁꯅ ꯃꯦꯠꯆ
ꯍꯣꯏ
ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕ
ꯑꯩ ꯍꯩꯇꯕ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ
ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯇꯧꯕꯗ
ꯍꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯁꯨ
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯅꯤꯅ ꯃꯥ ꯃꯇꯣꯝ
ꯏꯁꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ
ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯗꯧ
ꯇꯧꯕꯗ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯅ
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯏꯁꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ ꯇꯧꯕꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯛꯄꯅꯦ ꯋꯤꯡꯀ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯇꯦꯡꯗꯨꯒ
ꯔꯦꯡꯀꯗꯤ ꯕꯤꯠ
ꯇꯤꯝ ꯑꯃꯗ
ꯂꯩꯇꯦꯗ
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦ
ꯔꯦꯡꯀꯗꯤ ꯍꯤꯔꯣꯗꯤ ꯄꯥꯏ ꯄꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯤꯜꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯈꯔ ꯁꯤꯔꯤꯌꯁ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯅꯤꯡꯉꯦ ꯕꯤꯠ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯇꯧ
ꯑꯣꯅꯦꯛꯁ ꯄꯦꯔꯥꯗꯣꯛꯁꯇꯨꯗꯨ ꯍꯩꯒꯨꯝꯗꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦ ꯏꯁꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ ꯍꯪꯕꯕꯨ ꯕꯤꯖꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂꯛꯑꯦ
He delivered, man. He
ꯋꯤꯡ
delivered.
ꯈꯣꯏꯗꯅ
ꯑꯩꯗꯤ
ꯇꯧꯁꯤ
ꯏꯉꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯣ
ꯇꯧꯁꯤꯅꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏ
ꯑꯦꯄꯦꯛꯁ ꯍꯣꯏꯗꯣ ꯏꯉꯣ ꯏꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯝꯒ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯈꯤꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯏꯕꯨꯡꯉꯣ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯏꯟꯗꯣ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯒ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯅ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯃꯄꯥꯟ ꯂꯝꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯠ ꯀꯩꯒ ꯏꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯗꯣꯏ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ ꯂꯣꯠꯅ
ꯅꯦꯄꯥꯜꯒ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯅꯤ
ꯅꯦꯄꯥꯜꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯥꯔ ꯑꯦꯟ ꯇꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯇꯤ ꯇꯧꯋꯤꯗꯅ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯇꯧ ꯇꯥꯔ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯠꯐꯣꯝ ꯀꯩꯒ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯗꯣꯏ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦꯕ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯂꯤꯡ ꯂꯩꯅꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯆꯧ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ
ꯃꯣꯏ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯅꯤꯌꯦ ꯀꯝꯕꯣꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯁꯤꯡꯒꯥꯄꯨꯔꯒꯨꯝꯕꯒ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯅꯤ
ꯀꯝꯕꯣꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯗꯥꯏꯅꯦ
ꯐꯥꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤ
ꯈꯜꯂꯝꯗꯥꯏꯅꯦ
ꯐꯥꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤ ꯐꯥꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤ
ꯆꯠꯅꯤꯅ
ꯍꯣꯏ
ꯐꯥꯒꯤ
ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯕ
ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯤ
ꯑꯆꯧ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯑꯣꯛꯀ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯗꯣꯏ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦꯕ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯒꯦꯝ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯗꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯖꯦꯗꯣ ꯖꯦꯒꯤ ꯍꯤꯔꯣ ꯄꯨꯜꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯤꯛꯑꯦꯕ ꯖꯦꯒꯤ ꯍꯤꯔꯣ ꯄꯨꯜꯁꯦ ꯃꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯋꯥꯏ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯈꯛꯇꯪ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯋꯥꯏ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯂꯦꯟꯁꯂꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯍꯌꯥ ꯈꯛꯇꯪ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯩ ꯇꯥꯏꯞꯇ ꯑꯇꯩꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯃꯤꯠꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯃꯤꯠꯀꯤ ꯑꯅꯤꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯦꯛꯁ ꯄꯤꯗꯨꯒꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯩ ꯇꯥꯏꯞ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯤꯠ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯤꯡꯕꯅꯦꯍꯦ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯩ
ꯍꯣꯏ
ꯏꯟꯗꯤ ꯆꯪꯕꯗꯣ
ꯑꯦꯄꯦꯛꯁꯀ ꯑꯁꯨꯅꯥꯒ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯂꯤꯡꯉꯦꯕ ꯃꯕꯥꯅꯤꯅ ꯏꯁꯄꯦꯁ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯄꯤꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯖꯪꯒꯜꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯖꯪꯒꯜꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯖꯁ ꯐ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯐꯥꯔꯝꯗ ꯇꯧꯍꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯄꯦꯛꯁꯀ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯒꯅ ꯚꯤꯖꯟꯗꯣ ꯄꯤꯔꯒ ꯁꯦꯠꯇꯣ ꯄꯤꯔꯒ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯀꯤꯜ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯋꯥ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯏꯁꯀꯦꯞꯇꯨꯝ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯖꯦꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯤꯕꯣ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯋꯥꯟ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄꯤꯗꯅꯤ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯐꯨꯅꯤꯗ ꯏꯁ ꯀꯞꯄꯦ ꯁꯤꯗꯤ
ꯕꯦꯛꯀꯞ ꯇꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯑꯁꯨꯅꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯣ
ꯒꯣꯠꯂꯥꯏꯠꯀꯤ ꯑꯦꯁꯤꯁ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯃꯥꯅꯦ ꯒꯣꯠꯂꯥꯏꯠꯀꯤ ꯑꯦꯁꯤꯁ
One of the ruins will be used, but the damage is already done. Who is going to secure the damage from G? Hoping it up, but again, the members to the side.
Yeah, I do hope as well that Letharginus does not get to these guys because I mean, they acquired the latest, right? They got acquired the latest. The other teams got acquired first. But you
Mythic
know, the
Showdown
Makara
Guwahati da
Shadow
mu
Ultima,
ꯑꯣꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯗꯥꯏꯅꯦ
right? It was Sacred Shrine. And the fact that they have, they have finally arrived under a very official organization I mean, it's high time for them to at least show up with the performances that, why have we been the number one? Why were we not picked? Now that we are picked, we are going to give all our efforts and all our, I would say, everything for Wardrum. Sorry, for Godlike.
Okay, Fredo is looking to make his own team. I think Water Esports is not the hard dream, but hey, we'll wait for that. There's still time. But again, this matchup, a few seconds wait. But again, I think let's just see. I mean, we are looking at a spike in our viewership as well, right? So I feel people from other games are also migrating towards ML. The orgs, of course, they are, but even the players who have not played ML have been migrating. So there might be a lot of questions about that. How this game works, what is good, what is bad. So yeah, we'll have a mix of opinions, but I believe everyone in the comment section will have a very less toxic and a very healthy environment to actually chat about things, because we take all the opinions, the good and the bad, but when we are also sitting on the desk, we are saying certain things which might not be liked by a lot of people, but those are the facts, because we have been doing this for quite a while. We are not here just sitting from the previous month, right? So I believe every opinion is welcome, but at the same time, do not be just flaming so much that it can get to a point that you get banned from the YouTube channel, right? So everything in consideration, right, Fredo? It seems like Fredo's voice is gone, or can I not hear something wrong?
My bad.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Once again, continuing with what I was saying. Like, there are boundaries that are always there. I mean, there are always invisible boundaries in life that you do not want to cross, especially when you are engaging in a conversation, engaging in a social setup with someone else. At the same time, though, the only boundary that you would want to break is your own boundaries of of your own limits, of your own skills, basically. And that is exactly what the players are doing at the moment, because as you have seen already, the players have been performing at levels where we did not really see them do when they were playing the Swiss stage or when they were playing the wild cards. Yeah, unfortunately, none of the teams that were in the wild cards here, but the teams that have made it here finally, of course,
Group ta hai idri brother. Nang mention to idri sikam jitna.
Of the crop, which is the phrase that I could not
I think
remember.
one team had made from the wild card. I think it's Yama Esports.
Ozani to nang sai chang ko to sai chang ko
found success.
Forget that.
Yep.
I am so guilty for doing that. I hope Godda and the people from Yama Sports, Dark, Abystis, and everyone else do not really come to me tonight. But yeah, anyways, I'm really proud of those guys as well. I just met Abystis recently, and bro is actually a very genuinely humble guy. And the fact that he plays a roam as well kind of reflects in the way that he is in IRL. Because he's a very cool and calm guy. He has a very soft way of talking. And the thing is, in the entire team, whenever you play, I do know that there are some roamers who are pretty aggressive, but I feel like the roam is one of those roles where the person actually has to have a calm mind and keep those decisions, because you know that you are the one going to initiate those team fights, maybe go for those shot calls. So I do feel like the character of a person also kind of determines the way he plays. With that being said, of course, the issue which we are facing right now behind the scenes is the fact that the internet is not really very good right now for the Crux Requiem players. So because of that, we're taking a bit longer to start the match right now. But hopefully the internet issue will be resolved very soon, because we also want the players to play at the max potential. You don't want them to play on a bad network, because of course, man, what are we here for? We're here for Mythic Showdown. This is not an ordinary tournament. This is the tournament for the best of the best. And that's why playing in the optimal conditions is always better.
Absolutely. And we do not want any unfair advantage for either of the teams. So we'll just give them the most suitable environment that they can play in. So just a bit patience, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll soon go into the game. But again, talking about the previous game, you also mentioned, right, but this matchup too, right, EVT versus Godlike, or formerly known as Sacred Shrine, has been the talk of the town, because most grand finals, most online as well as the LAN events have seen them facing face to face. But again, Crux Requiem is not a team that is, again, a very old, I mean, new name. They have been there, they have been around, but the lineup might be a bit new with, Doom, 27, Lomsanga, and the rest trying to, form a very good synergy among them. I feel they're up for the challenge because there have been times that they had a shaky start.